cold there, man? Shane? Is it chilly or?
It's 36 here. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. Yay. But I got to run up here, turn around, and get back to Toledo, Ohio. So fun.
You should see TD. TD's in Ohio, as you know.
I'm not going to have time.
Oh.
They screwed the pooch on me on this one, man, because they sent me like 5 deliveries in a row. My dispatcher did Friday. I guess he's trying to do that for the weekend. And, of course, like I'm looking at it, I was like, impossible. And, of course, this first little leg of it, not going to happen. They wanted to deliver it tonight. And it was just like, no, that's not going to happen. So I told whoever was in there now, I was like, yeah, this ain't going to deliver to tomorrow. And I'm looking at the paperwork, and it's like, oh, look, the delivery is for tomorrow. So why are y'all telling me today? Yeah. If I had showed up today, they would have turned me right around because it's Walmart DCs. You can't show up 24 hours early. They would have turned me right around, and I would have been screwed. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
All right.
But enough about work.
I'm going to bring up Zach. Hello, Zach.
Hey.
Yeah, you're still going last.
Zach stuck his tongue at you, Danny.
But that ain't the only thing you stuck up at me. He still seemed like you showed up at me earlier.
All right, we're gonna bring up Tug. Hi, Tug.
Hello.
The
Hey, Tug.
Geek. I love
Curious and down the road that I must travel. Now you got stuck in my head.
I know.
I've got to bring him up right after that, boy. There's Colby.
Hey, Cody.
There's our music person. I was like, no, I can't have Tug singing without Colby.
He sang it so well. Tug did.
Do that again, Tug.
Curious and down the road that I must travel.
Yeah, that song.
Curious and down the road that's our highways of the night.
I thought they were saying, give me a laser until today. Honest to God, I thought that's what the line was.
I can't remember what I used to think it was. I learned that it was Kyrie Eleison not too long ago, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
It's like that, excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Jimi Hendrix. Excuse me while I kiss this guy.
Is it weird the only black person here has no idea what song y'all are singing?
It's a very white song.
No idea what y'all are singing.
If you heard it, you would know it immediately.
Oh, it's a classic 80s song.
Oh, the Curie song. Oh, okay. I thought you meant Hendrix. Oh, yeah. It's a one-hit wonder
at the end.
They had a couple hits. Mister's the band, Shane.
I'm trying to think of what their other big hit was. They had more than one. They had a few.
Broken Wings.
Broken Wings. That's it.
Wings.
Yep. Take these broken wings.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I recognize that one.
Do you know what those exact lyrics are too? A Beatles song.
That's really good.
Yeah. Hey, we need to very soon do another something about music live stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, you got to get me singing the blues. That's what I can really do.
Oh, yeah? Blues. I like the blues. I also like the doo-wop stuff, so. I like it.
You like rockabilly?
Yeah.
Brian Setzer.
Johnny Cash was rockabilly.
That's true.
Oh, my pug. Look out, baby.
You woke me up.
Yeah, she was laying on my foot and I moved it. She had her little head on my foot and it was vibrating. I was like,
at least it wasn't a kitty cat on your foot. It'd be a pussy foot. You pussy foot.
Yeah, that's actually really good, Chance. You actually got me with that one.
I didn't mean it in a nasty way. I meant it, but
no, I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
K Munin says I have no idea what song that is. So K Munin's with you there.
K Munin, he didn't know about pinball machines the other day. Last night.
Wow.
He's a nice guy though. He's in Florida. But I did a whole show on pinball machines based on movies, and I'm going to do part 2 in a couple of weeks. Anyway, he was like, "Are pinball machines still around? We don't have any near me in Florida." I feel bad for him. He's a good guy though. He's 36 years of age. He's a good person, and I'm glad he's here with us.
I'll be honest
When I
with you, man.
first-
I haven't seen a pinball machine anywhere in years.
That's because you're in South Carolina. You're in the sticks too, right?
No, I go to
Man.
arcades sometime with the kids, you know, and they ain't got pinball machines. They just got video games now.
They
But
have,
you
like,
live in a rural area. Like they're here in Atlanta and
they
also
have like
in suburbs.
conventions all over the place.
Dude,
Like,
Yeah,
I-
right around. Thank you,
Jamie.
Southern Fried Game Room Expo. is gonna be
I'm
coming up this
I'm
summer.
17 miles from Greenville, probably the biggest city in the upstate. I go there all the time. I've been to the arcades and all that. The biggest arcade around here is at the Greenville Mall.
I'm not mad at you.
Pinball
You
machines
just don't
in
know.
there.
They're everywhere, man.
They replaced all the
They're everywhere.
pinball machines.
everywhere, man.
They used to have a
When
whole
I
row of
started-
pinball
I've
machines.
been everywhere, man.
Yeah.
When I
I
started
said they
driving in
used to have a whole row of
2012,
pinball machines, and they replaced them all. They
Let
replaced
Shane.
them all with the video games you get into. The car.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shane, what were you saying, man? You've been
when I
where?
started driving in 2012, man, if you go on my Instagram and like go near the bottom, I got like a collection of pinball machines I came across. They're like everywhere, random truck stops in different places. And I got a picture of every one, man.
I've noticed. I
pinball.
did see those. Those are cool videos on your Instagram. Yeah.
Now, my friend John, who's always in the comments in the chat on my shows, like he went to a pinball convention in Chicago just a couple months ago. That was huge. They had like, I think 3,000 pinball machines in a convention center somewhere. It was pretty cool. That's all. The
The
end.
Southern Fine Game Room Expo is at the Cobb Galleria in Marietta, Georgia, where I bought Indiana Jones, the Pinball Adventure in 1996 from an arcade that's no longer there. It was called 2001, like 2001: A Space Odyssey, the movie. Paid $1,600 for it.
I think I know that movie.
I didn't know it was a prototype. It's better than the one at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. It's just got better parts. I did a whole video about it, but it could have been better because it was me by myself instead of someone here holding my camera. So I couldn't play the game. Never mind. I
don't know if your microphone is actually on.
Whose?
Mine.
Chance.
Yeah.
Tap your microphone.
I mean, we're
I
hearing
can
what he's
hear
saying.
him just fine, Shane.
It sounds like in an echoed room. It doesn't sound normal.
Oh, the reverb. I gotta look for reverb on. Hold on. Hello. Hello. I
Hi.
don't know.
What's up?
Is it
What?
working?
What?
Is it working?
What?
Everything
Where's
works. We've been
everyone?
listening to you the whole
Where's
time.
everyone?
All right.
Well, I stand corrected, Chance. In Simpsonville, near me, there's a place.
I never heard of Simpsonville.
There's a place called Upstate Pinball Arcade, and it's a freaking whole arcade of pinball machines. I didn't even know
Well, I
it
would
existed.
love it. In South Carolina, I'm going.
Yeah,
Simpsonville.
it's
I like
Simpsonville's
that.
only about 15 minutes from here. 15, 20 minutes up 85 from where I live.
Okay. I'll look at. Let me make a note of that.
He's got a
I'm serious.
dummy.
I love pinball. I will travel for pinball.
Apparently, they got a whole arcade of it.
Kelly Leeson down the road that you must travel.
It means like may God have mercy. I think translation. I thought it was laser. Done. You mean
Pinball
laser?
and arcade, Simpsonville, South Carolina.
What's the name of the arcade again? Sorry.
Upstate Pinball and Arcade.
Thank you. Depending on the machines they have, I will.
Segue into our topic because that is a hobby. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I completely agree that is like that could be a very relaxing hobby, but it could also make you very angry.
Tilt.
Yeah, it can. That's what the tilt's all about.
Yeah.
I have 2 pinball games on my Xbox.
Oh, that's different.
My son and I used to actually
What's
build
kind of
pinball
realistic?
machines out of Legos.
Yeah, they are kind of.
Oh,
realistic.
nice.
Just some rubber bands and some Legos, and you can make a pinball machine. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Anyway,
Nice.
Chance, I texted you the phone number of the place and the information, and the address, and all that.
I just got it. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, man. That's nice of you. Appreciate it.
It's got pictures of all their machines in there. I thought you'd like that too.
Thanks. I do. I appreciate it. Awesome.
I had no idea that place exists.
You're looking very angelic, Chrissy. You're very bright.
Yeah, I'm not in dark screen. I had to jump over to remember to send Danny that link. I don't want to forget.
Okay.
And so it's bright.
It's like you're looking into the sun.
I don't
Yeah.
think it makes you glow.
All of my
with beauty.
screen normally stays like dark mode, but for some reason I can't figure out how to put my Gmail in dark mode.
I can't get
I don't know what to tell
StreamYard to
you.
go into dark mode.
Yeah, my streamer is not
Really?
in dark mode either. Yeah.
My StreamYard's in dark mode.
I live in dark mode.
You have to do it not in the studio. You have to do it from the settings in the front.
Oh, okay.
In the
Chrissy,
settings.
technical thing, and everybody that uses StreamYard on the panel, it irritates me because I paid more to get 1080 HD, and I
Mhm.
couldn't play a clip I recorded in HD onto StreamYard. When you upload the media of the video, it said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it wouldn't accept the pixels. You have to." So I had to do 720 instead of 1080
Oh.
on the clips for my pinball machine. It kind of irritated me,
Yeah.
considering how steep the increase in the price was annually.
Right.
They didn't honor my lifetime discount. It's like, they did make some improvements, but that kind of irritated me. Enough said. Sorry. Little
Okay.
rant.
No, I thought it was ridiculous when I went from paying like $38 a month to paying $88 a month.
Yeah, there's
Like,
something like he's.
It was
I
crazy.
think he's like using the computer microphone or something because
Yeah,
he's moving
your-
the mic around and it's
your
not
microphone's
doing it.
not
Oh, did
on.
it again? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
what
it was never on. It sounds like
I
your
can
voice is
hear
being
him just
recorded by
fine.
Yeah, I mean, we
something
can
else.
still hear you just fine, but it sounds like it's coming from like the
Yeah.
computer or something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, something else. Something
no
else
matter
is
where you
catching
put
your
that
voice.
microphone, it sounds the same.
I didn't even hear it when he tapped on it. It's
That's
like,
better. Sorry, guys.
There it is.
There he
Now
is.
it sounds
Okay.
clean.
I was doing
Now it
effects
sounds
and
like
everything.
from your.
No, it's StreamYard. There's my perfect transition into the StreamYard rant. I mean, they suck.
Yes, they do.
Oh, geez.
yes, yes, they do.
All right, who wants to go first? Not Zach.
Yeah, anybody but Zach.
No, this is gonna be.
All right, I'll
different.
go first.
Make us
Whatever.
cry.
You go first.
Yeah.
What's the
What
question?
was the
Go
question?
first.
Laziest way to
Okay.
relax. Okay.
Yep. And if you look at private chat,
Okay, so what's the laziest way to relax that actually works? For me, I think over the last like year or two, what I've been doing to just relax and not worry about being productive, not worry about like, because I have a lot of hobbies, but most of my hobbies are productive things like making YouTube videos and writing and stuff like that. But to just turn off my brain, what I tend to do is I tend to just bust out a jigsaw puzzle on the dining room table, put a true crime YouTube channel in my ears and just listen to that while I'm putting together a jigsaw puzzle, and I just zone out, man. Listening to Casual Criminalist, if anybody knows what that is, it's very cool here on YouTube. That's about it. Other than that, let's see. Reading, watching movies, the usual. But I think jigsaw puzzles works really well to just like turn my brain off and reset. It's kind of like rebooting. Because I'm still like using my brain to like put together the jigsaw puzzle and listen to the true crime stuff, but like I'm not really being that active. I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, that's all I got. That's my answer to the first question.
you got it. Anybody else?
Mine's a short one.
All right, we got Kali.
Mine is very short. Like when I'm wanting to relax like that.
I like your sign behind you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I found that when I was cleaning out I forget when that's from.
But it
That
looks
was
really cool.
Yeah, some dude named Caldwell ran for some office, and I stole his sign after he either won or lost. I don't know. But not like when I need to relax and I don't want to like listen to music or something like that. I do what he just said. I cut on YouTube, but mine is I'll cut on some debate channel of nothing that I know about. Some like flat
That's
earth
cool.
or something like that debate. I'll cut on Red Dead 2, and I'll go hunting.
Nice.
That's it. That's when I want like just nothing going on. I just
Yeah, I like video games where you can do stuff like that, where you don't
Yeah.
have to even pursue a side quest. You're just
Yeah.
hunting.
yeah, just the open world. Yeah. But that's it.
All right. Zach, Danny, Buff.
Not
Oh,
Zach.
I'm up.
Zach could go. This is how we
Oh.
get relaxing. You'll come up?
Oh,
Is it Golden Girls Marathon on? Oh,
I had a lot of hobbies when I was a young person, like collecting stamps. I had a really big stamp collection. I know that sounds boring, but I collected stamps from all over the world. As I got older, I think my hobby became video games. I had a real big love for arcade games, like Chance loved pinball. I loved Defender and Pac-Man and stuff like that.
Defender.
As I grew older, the hobbies changed. I went through several phases. I burned out on video games and got heavily into music. Learning to play guitar became a hobby. But you seem to burn out over years and go on to something else. Here lately, I've been doing a lot of YouTube as a hobby, making videos, and it's more fun to me. I don't really do it for a lot of subscribers or trying to get a billion views or something. I just do it for fun to make videos, like a hobby. But here lately, I found something new. I found this YouTube channel called the Brain Benders Banners, and I've been checking out these puzzles and quizzes and stuff.
That one makes you think too much.
And then I wind up with a migraine, crying in a pillow.
Oh, Danny.
But they are fun.
I love you too, Danny.
One day I hope to be smart enough to actually solve one of your puzzles. I'm going to get one of them one day. That's all I got now.
I've got a daily. I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but I do a daily quiz on my community tab, and it's select from A, B, C, or D. But some of them are harder than others. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I get about 1,000 to 1,500 answers a day on those.
I
really like them.
I'm lucky. I usually get the little daily quiz right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only missed a couple of them.
Good.
Every once in a while, one will trick me, but for the most part, they're not too hard.
Those are fun though, right?
Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Me too.
They just pop up when I'm doom scrolling, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll answer this.
Yeah, I only do one a day because I think more than that would be just too much. And I don't do them on the weekends. It's just basically Monday through Friday. So everybody deserves a break. So we gave it a break on the weekends. Let all the puzzles catch up. All right, Shane, Zach.
Next.
Yeah, I'll go.
You'll go? Okay, and then Zach, you're ready to be next, buddy. I hope you're ready by then. Okay, Zach, you're after Buff.
This
All right.
is a loaded question. To relax. If I'm not doing absolutely nothing, just laying on the couch, channel surfing, something on that, just doing nothing. That's the perfect day. If not that, maybe putting together a Lego set with some movie I've never seen or a movie I have seen playing in the background, not really paying attention. You can hear the movie and just messing with the Lego sets because they're fun because they come with instructions. You gotta do this match the piece and this and that. Legos all my life. If not that, it may not show through my movie reviews because everybody calls me the angry black guy that hates everything.
Oh, stop it.
I love making my
black?
movie.
Never noticed.
I love man, a lot of people can't tell. But I love making those reviews because I love hating a movie more than praising it. And like putting my scripts together and everything, trying to doing that record sit down thing, going back, checking it out, getting the inflections right, what I want to say there, might come up with new ideas, and then going into the editing process. that can take forever. That can be frustrating, but at the same time, it's somewhat therapeutic. Um, and always worth it at the end when you watch that final end product and you're like, yeah, that took 36 minutes. Jeez, roll it. And just watching that end product, man, getting the sound mixing in and which audio music want to use, which little memes, little cut-in clips want to use, stuff like that. I really do have a lot of fun making those videos. I hate praising movies, but I got one coming up. Whenever I hit 500 subs, I think either 500 or 1,000, I'm going to do my favorite movie, The Blues Brothers.
I will say, as someone who tries to stay positive on his own channel, like it is harder to be positive than to be negative. Being negative is more fun. Like slamming a movie is way more fun, but like having things to say about it is actually a lot more harder. You have to put a lot more thought into it. But yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. I do.
All right, Zachariah.
How many Snow White reviews have you guys seen so far on the YouTube feed?
I've
seen like 45.
I've watched about
started now.
7. I've watched about 7 from my guys I follow, and wow, nobody's pulling punches on that movie. It's as bad as we expected it to be.
I have watched so many crappy movies lately.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Doug.
Relaxation is often seen as something we need to actively pursue, but for many of us, the best ways to unwind require the least amount of effort. Whether due to exhaustion, stress, or unique abilities that limit mobility, finding ways to relax without exertion is essential. For me, as someone with cerebral palsy, relaxation isn't just about preference, it's about accessibility. I can't just jump in a car and go for a drive alone when I need to clear my mind, nor can I take off on a spontaneous walk through nature without assistance. That means I've had to find alternative ways to relax that don't require physical exertion or someone else's availability. Some of the laziest yet most effective ways to unwind involve doing almost nothing at all, yet they have a significant impact on mental well-being. The key is embracing relaxation without guilt and understanding that unwinding isn't about being unproductive, it's about recharging in a way that actually works for you. One of my favorite ways to relax is simply listening. Whether it's music, audiobooks, or even just calming ambient sounds, there's something powerful about closing your eyes and letting sound transport you. With music, I can shift my mood depending on what I listen to, whether I need something uplifting, something that helps me process emotions, or something that simply drowns out the chaos of the world. Audiobooks are another great escape, allowing me to dive into different worlds without the need to hold a book or strain my eyes reading. Sometimes, I listen to non-fiction books about survival, history, or philosophy, which help me feel like I'm expanding my knowledge without any effort. Other times, I turn to fiction and let the stories take me somewhere else entirely. The best part? This requires nothing more than putting on headphones or pressing play on a speaker, making it one of the easiest ways to unwind.
Hey, Danny R.
Another lazy way to relax that works is watching documentaries. While some people might think watching something educational isn't exactly lazy, for me, it's one of the best ways to passively absorb knowledge while resting. I can sit back, relax, and let the visuals and narration do the work. I particularly enjoy documentaries on history, survival, and human psychology, but I also find comfort in nature documentaries. There's something incredibly soothing about watching vast landscapes, deep oceans, and wildlife in their natural habitat. It reminds me that the world is bigger than my immediate concerns, which helps me put things into perspective. Even if I'm physically limited in where I can go, my mind isn't, and documentaries allow me to experience things I wouldn't otherwise get to see. Drawing is another way I relax, and while it does involve a bit more movement than simply listening or watching, it's still a very passive, calming activity. I don't put pressure on myself to create anything perfect. Sometimes, I just doodle mindlessly or sketch out random ideas. The act of putting pen to paper, or stylus to tablet, allows me to express myself in a way that doesn't require words. This is particularly helpful when I feel overwhelmed but don't want to talk or even think too much. Unlike activities that require a lot of movement or coordination, drawing can be as simple as making repetitive patterns or shading in shapes. It's relaxing because it requires just enough focus to take my mind off stress. One of the absolute laziest ways to relax, and probably one of the most effective, is simply lying down and doing nothing. It sounds too simple to be effective, but sometimes, just lying still and allowing my body to rest does wonders. I often listen to music or let background noise play, but sometimes, I just enjoy the silence. For people with cerebral palsy, muscle tension can be an issue, so giving my body time to fully relax without trying to move or hold myself up is crucial. It's a way to let go of any unnecessary strain and allow my body to recover. This isn't the same as sleeping, though naps are another great way to recharge. It's about consciously choosing to do nothing and allowing myself to exist without pressure.
Hey, Donnie.
Another lazy but effective way to unwind is mindless scrolling, though I try to be intentional about it. Social media can be a stressful place if you engage too much, but if used correctly, it can actually be relaxing. I like watching short, calming videos, whether it's satisfying art clips, nature footage, or even people preparing food in an aesthetically pleasing way. It's a passive way to engage with content without having to think too much. I also enjoy looking at memes or funny videos, as laughter is one of the best stress relievers. The trick is setting boundaries. Mindless scrolling can quickly turn into a source of stress if I get caught up in negativity, so I try to curate what I consume carefully.
Cool. Awesome. Well stated.
Daydreaming is another underrated way to relax. It requires absolutely no effort, no equipment, and no setup. I let my mind wander, imagining different scenarios, stories, or even prepping related ideas. Some of my best thoughts come when I allow myself to drift into a creative space without pressure. Whether I'm envisioning a future project, imagining what I'd do in a survival scenario, or just letting my mind explore random ideas, daydreaming is an effortless escape. It's like watching a movie in my head, but I get to control the plot. Best of all, it doesn't require any physical movement, making it one of the most accessible ways to unwind.
Very cool.
Well, there's more.
That's okay.
Lastly, one of my favorite ways to relax is sitting outside and simply existing. I don't always have the ability to go on walks or long outdoor adventures, but I can sit in a comfortable spot and take in the fresh air. Even if I'm just in my backyard or near a window with a good view, the act of being in nature, even in a limited way, has a calming effect. I listen to the wind, the birds, or just the ambient sounds of the world outside. Sometimes, I take a deep breath and remind myself that I don't have to be constantly moving, doing, or achieving to be at peace. Just being present, without any expectations, is one of the laziest yet most fulfilling ways to relax.
Nice. Well written. I love it.
Well done, Zach. Well done. That's why you don't go first.
Chrissy, I haven't gone yet, but someone else can go before me. I'm just saying.
It's just you and her. You're the only two left.
Well, Chrissy, ladies first. Why don't you go on ahead? Because mine's real quick.
Yeah, mine's really quick too. I'm actually doing something. Can you go?
Oh,
Champ?
yeah, I can. All right. I have a juvenile response, right? What do we like to look at to relax?
Boobies.
Boobies.
Oh,
Well, can you make me? Yeah. Of course, naked, beautiful women. And I don't mean doing anything inappropriate. It could be in movies. It could be whatever. I'm walking down the street. That's the way guys are. We're visual. Women get turned on by poetry, by music, by a kind word, by attention. Men are all visual. And I sure am That's for damn sure. So that's my rated PG
Well,
answer, rated R
a
answer.
real
Yeah.
man right there, boy.
Not really. I
Good
mean,
answer, man. Good
red
answer.
blooded. I like looking at, you know,
will.
pretty women. I mean, I'm sorry, I do. I love looking at. Listen, I'll tell you something. I probably shouldn't say it. It's a family show, so it will be. Chrissy, if you're listening, don't worry.
I'm listening.
But of the
With
guys,
the
of the guys,
parameters, I think Danny State, and you'll appreciate this, and the other fellas. I have a younger sister, right? Don't misunderstand. Nothing my sister, but she
Well,
had
boy.
friends, right? She had friends, like 3.5 years younger than me. Growing up, we had a swimming pool, and like, so her friend would change, and I would take a little handheld mirror, put it
Where is this
under the
going?
door crack. Yeah, it's going creepy, I know. And you could tilt it and see what's going on. My sister always had the prettiest friends. And they'd be changing clothes. You'd look, you know, again, I was a kid, you know, or you know, this is pre-puberty, you know.
This is
I know
10
it
years
sounds
ago.
so creepy in the Me Too movement era and everything, but
But it
all right,
don't
that's
matter,
all I
Chad.
have to say. Chrissy,
It don't
you ready
matter.
to go?
It don't matter.
Keep
Help
digging.
me.
Because of all these answers tonight, yours wins.
That mirror. Oh my God. You wouldn't believe how much I love that little mirror.
FBI has entered the chat.
Stop digging.
If I had
just be
done
looking.
something like that, I would not admit to it.
It's relaxing. I was a kid. And there's even more I can't dare say on the air.
Well, there's
Oh,
stuff I'm
boy.
not going to say on there.
Not about my sister, thank God. But
I wouldn't
No,
even
hey,
admit to
hey.
it backstage. You know?
Turn that microphone back up.
yeah, turn the microphone back down, right? Yeah, kill it.
You guys are so fun.
Oh my God.
You big dummy.
I can't.
Top that, Chrissy.
Hold on. I'm getting there. And I don't want to top that. Not interested in topping that.
He won the guys, but you're the only girl, so you're going to win your category.
He's sitting there like doing
She's
a
kind of
scene
one of
from
the guys,
Porky's or
though.
something.
Chrissy's
That's what I was thinking.
Chrissy's pretty hip, I think.
Yeah. I spent way too much time on an aircraft carrier with the uncouth MFers in life. I'm pretty calloused. I
Well,
don't
hope
think
they
any-
didn't do to you like Silence of the Lambs opening
No.
scene. Okay.
No. All right. So I have a few that I like to do. I'm a very creative person. So there are different things I do depending on how I feel, where I'm at, what I'm doing. But I'm just going to go ahead and boop, beep, 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 beep. Okay. So some of the things I like to do is walk. Like I'll drive down to the river down here. It's not far from me. And I'll just walk and I'll collect rocks. And then when I get back, I put them into a rock tumbler. And then I check them every so often. And I get the prettiest rocks. Can you guys see?
Nice. From the river?
Yeah. You just put them in the rock tumbler. You never realize what you're going to get. They're really
I
cool.
live near a river too, Chattahoochee River. I should do that.
Yeah, go
My
collect
niece,
rocks.
my niece does that.
It's polluted.
She tumbles. rocks.
No, not the Chattahoochee. No.
I know it's polluted. Exactly, Shane.
Oh,
But
he's like,
You can
"Don't
sell
do
some of those
it."
rocks on the street.
Chrissy, can you hold that up? Again, those rocks.
Yeah, let me
They
get
look
them
pretty
back out.
pretty clean and colorful.
Yeah,
Oh.
I tumble them
Yeah, almost anything looks good after it's been through a tumbler.
in the tumbler. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I have different grits of sand. So like if it's I put them in at so long, it's so much grit, and then I change out the sand to a different grit like 4 weeks later, and then I just let them tumble. But
Very cool.
whoa,
I see the freckle on your shoulder, just like your cousin. Interesting.
there you go.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Look how colorful. Look at that. Those are like Easter colors too. They're like
So
Jelly
pretty.
beans.
Yeah,
are
but they're
cool.
not. They'll break your teeth.
Destroy them.
Like they're really super pretty.
They sure are. I like the colors.
Yeah,
They're
and like even
pastel.
rocks that you think wouldn't tumble very good, like just a regular rock, ends up like this.
Look at that.
See all the veins in
Somewhere
there?
around here, I've got bags of them.
Looks like a
Yeah.
stink bug or something almost.
So I like to walk and collect rocks and then bring them back and stick them in my tumbler. So that's one of the things I like to do. I've been rock hound most of my life, but walking, getting out into nature helps me to relax, helps me to get away, let my mind go. And then seeing the outcome of these rocks is really cool. Like seeing the outcome of how they turn out when they've been tumbled. And sometimes you're just like dumbfounded that this looked like a regular rock. And after it's been tumbled, it's just so beautiful. Like I have one I have to show you guys that's a bigger rock.
Cool. A bigger rock.
I have a professional tumbler. Okay, so.
Oh, wow. Very cool. I've never seen a sun that looked like that before. A rock. Oh, that's a magenta.
I think this
I
is
can
a
see
lace
your ceiling
banded.
fan.
Yeah, it's a lace banded agate.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so just polishing up these rocks that look like they're not much turn out really, really cool.
That one's cool. Hold that up again if you don't mind, dear.
That's the same one as the banded agate. It's the
I know,
back.
but when you turned it,
Yeah, the back.
it's like transparent. Oh my gosh, that's
a
neat.
lot of them are worth money. There's actually a rock shop here in South Carolina, and they
There's rock
sell
shops everywhere.
stuff like what you got in your hand for $10 and $20 a piece.
Oh, well, I like to walk and collect rocks, and then I come home and I have a bunch of rocks. People think I'm weird. Sometimes I'll come home with pockets full of rocks. I take a backpack, and I'm like, depending on how many rocks I need, I'll take a backpack, and then I'll just because sometimes I find bigger rocks that I think are really pretty, and I want to put them in the flower bed in the front or something, you know. So
Hard Rock Cafe. At least you don't have rocks in your head like me. That's cool.
So that's one of the things I personally do is just take a walk, either when we go camping on the beach. Sometimes I'm only a mile and a half. I'm literally 2.1 minutes from the river, and there's a path that goes up over like a bike trail and stuff. And I go walk and I collect rocks.
Very cool.
Another
Great way to
thing-
relax.
Yeah. And when I go camping, like my whole family's looking for me. I'm out walking around looking for rocks. Like,
Nice.
we go to the beach. I'm looking for rocks and shells. Like, I don't know.
Right near the beach.
Another thing I do is I draw. So I have a sketchbook and I draw. And I also have canvas and I paint. So I've painted some beautiful paintings. I've also drawn some really neat. But when I draw, for some reason, the only thing I like to draw is trees, naked trees with all their branches and stuff and different. So when I go down to the river, I love it because there's these really, really old ancient trees along the river. And I could just sit and draw these trees on the riverbank. And it's really cool. I like to do crafts. So a lot of times I'll get make like handmade little gnomes and different things, or I'll make candles. I do candle making. I crochet and I knit. That's something I do in the winter. And then if I'm feeling a little bit down, I usually write, compose, and listen to music. So like I'll play one of my instruments or something, and I'll just sit and play my instrument for a while and start writing and write music. And then
You relax me, I must say. You know, you're so calming and sweet and kind, and you're never pissed off. Or you keep
I can be.
I'm sure you keep it inside, but you actually relax me.
Thanks.
Seriously,
Yeah.
when we talk on the phone or whatever, or just watching one of your streams or playing your games that you post at Brain Bender's Banner YouTube channel.
Bender's Banter.
I love it. It relaxes me.
She got on to somebody on my channel the other night.
Oh yeah, that was fun, Caldy. Yeah,
Got
people
on 'em?
think
She got
think
pissed off, you mean?
people think
got
I'm
mad?
so nice, but
Well, what did they do to set you off?
Caldy, I knew it was your house and I let it be your house.
Yeah,
I just said my piece and shut
yeah,
up.
yeah. That's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh, it was a pervert?
No,
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Oh,
It's perfect.
I'm sorry.
no,
thought you
I
No
just
chance.
said
We're
my
not talking
piece.
about your childhood again.
I said my piece and I just muted myself because it's Caldy's live stream. It's Caldy's house. I didn't want to
I had an English gentleman on my channel, and he was saying the English word a lot, and then other
that
people started
See you
saying
next
the English.
Oh.
See,
The next thing I know,
Tuesday.
BBB was like, "Hey, I got to tell you something." I was like, "Whoa, here we go."
Here, let me tell you something. I
Let me
don't
talk
like
to you.
that word.
Holy moly.
It was funny, but I was very polite.
Mm-hmm.
It was very polite. The last thing that I like to do is go to the beach or go to the woods, and I like to meditate and just sit, watch nature, listen to the sounds of nature, like creeks, the beach, the animals, the birds. Like just sit and meditate, and that is my last thing that I really like to do. That's like a lazy thing to relax. It's just sit and meditate and take in nature. It's really cool. But yeah, that's it for me.
You're anything but lazy. You work so hard. How many hours do you work a week? Monday through Friday? 60?
60 and 70.
Including the travel time. It's probably
Yeah.
like 80.
Yeah, because I have an hour commute to work and an hour commute home.
Ew. All right. Well, thank God you can find something to relax.
Yeah. Actually, that commute to and from work is a blessing because in the morning I can wake up slowly. I don't got people already in my ear. I could drink my coffee. I can start processing. And then when I get there, I'm ready to go. When I get off work and I'm driving home, I can decompress before I have to get home to the hustle and bustle of
I actually
home.
find driving like to be relaxing in and of
Relaxing,
it, just in and of itself.
unless you have assholes on the road.
Or you're a trucker and have to do it for a living. Yes.
Oh yeah, Shane, yeah. But yeah, I mean, sometimes I get really anxious on the road because somebody will cut me off and smash on their brakes, and I'm just like, "Ugh." Like I almost could have just whacked into the back of that person because they just literally didn't give me any room and cut me off.
Can I suggest a topic? Road rage stories for the future.
I want to let you guys
I
know.
bet you would own that. You and Shane, all these truckers on here, like
Okay.
How much
Caldy.
time do you have?
Well, I'm not a trucker.
Oh man, that's
I'm
going
just
to
a-
be
I'm
like
just a delivery dude.
multi-parter. Yes.
So I am planning one of my topics that's coming up is going to be called chaos. And we're going to talk about being on the road. And I'm going to have some special guests up that night that run transportation companies, are drivers like Shane and Mayhem. And also I'm going to have someone who works for, it's a temp agency who helps hire temps for the trucking industry. And she and I have had so many stories going back and forth. I'm just waiting for her to give me a date that she's going to be available, and we'll bring her up. And it's going to be called Chaos. And we're going to tell you guys all of the stories of things you would just not believe that have happened to us in the transportation business. It's like just things that, like, if it didn't happen, you wouldn't believe it.
Can I say one thing, Chrissy?
Yeah.
I know it's not my turn to talk. I just thought of a scene in Modern Problems, a Chevy Chase movie released on Christmas Day, 1981. There's a funny scene with Brian Doyle Murray, who's Bill Murray's older brother. Okay. And they're talking about things they'd like to do to relax, right? There's a comedic scene. And Brian Doyle Murray says to, all right, Chevy Chase's character has telekinesis through a nuclear waste that got on him when he was behind a nuclear waste trucking truck, like a fuel truck, and it leaked nuclear waste on him. So he gets these powers of telekinesis, and he's like, Brian, I'm making things move. I'm seeing things move. He goes, well, we all do what we can to relax. He's this guy, and he's in a wheelchair. I'm just saying the character, Brian Doyle Murray, and he goes, we all do. He goes, I masturbate. So what? Same difference. I think it's a funny line. I don't know. You have to see it. Modern Problem. I didn't do that well, like illustrating the scene. You have to see it. It's a funny scene, funny line. Anyway, whatever. But Chevy Chase is like, I'm not just seeing things move. I'm not just seeing things move. I'm making things move. All right, you have to see it. That was bizarre.
Yeah.
I've been celebrating tonight. Sorry.
Hey, guess what, Chets? You are perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. We're all staying on topic. It's fine. And it was good. And that was fun. And that was entertaining. So why are you walking away? Do you need another beer?
Badly. That's the movie Modern Problems. That's the movie Modern Problems.
Nice.
Chevy Chase. It's actually, I think it's on YouTube with ads, but like officially. But 20th Century Fox release. It's a funny movie, actually. The critic hated it. I think it's pretty damn funny. Mary Kay Place, Brian Doyle Murray. There's a funny scene. And it's the first thing that Nell Carter did really of prominence. She was in Lobo season 2, but before we Give Me a Break, like right before Give Me a Break, she was in this movie as the maid Dorita.
Okay.
Funny movie. Oh,
So
and Chrissy, I'm sorry.
it's okay.
Last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
The guy from 9 to 5 who played the boss, who just died. Dabney Coleman, great actor.
Dabney
He's in
Coleman.
this too. And he plays a character who's like who's that guy that Oprah discovered? He's from Texas, Dr. Phil. He's kind of like a Dr. Phil type. The character he's an author, but he's a jackass author, played by fresh off of 9 to 5 is the boss, Dabney Coleman. Anyway, enough said about stupid modern problems.
All right, so next question.
Let's see.
Question mark?
Question 2 was, what's something surprisingly relaxing that most people don't think about?
Drugs.
Oh no!
I think a lot of people think about that.
Something people don't think about.
I think. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go. Let me put myself in the pole position. For me, it seems kind of counterintuitive, but what I will do is I will find music or a movie or something that makes me feel emotional, like something that will, like, it could be like angry music or a song that makes me really sad, or just something really meaningful that makes me feel like deep emotion. So like you get this kind of catharsis afterwards that, like, I do this when I have like really bad anxiety. I do have an anxiety disorder. So what I do is I'll listen to music that you would think would make me even more anxious. I'll listen to some like rage music, or I will listen to something really depressing. But afterwards, I will feel a lot better. I will feel a lot more relaxed. And I think a lot of people discount that, looking for catharsis, that finding something that makes you feel a lot of feelings will just like purge you of all the emotions you're feeling and just calm you the F down. So yeah, that's my answer.
Oh man.
Good answer.
Let me try this one.
Ooh, are you ready for this, Shane? Oh, I didn't make you big, Tug. I'm sorry.
No, I did. I made myself big.
Okay. I was taking care of something in the back.
I saw.
He has the power.
Nicole, we're going to have you on that live stream called Chaos. I'm sure you have stories too.
You got your wrench, Autumn. Are you happy now?
Yep, she got a wrench.
Certain aspects of the automotive industry. I was a mechanic for like, 15 years. Working in a shop. A lot of jobs are annoying to do, but like doing stuff like engine swaps, and repainting cars. Engine swaps, they kind of fit in a different category, but I found more relaxing because a lot of people will get me to do their cars, paint them and stuff, or at least prime them and get them ready, and they take them somewhere else to do a paint job I couldn't do. But prepping them, the arduous process of doing body work on them, getting the edges smooth, damaged, repaired. The arduous process of masking off the windows and everything, dismantling this, getting it prepped up, the sanding, all the different stages of sanding, where you put your coats on, of primer, getting them ready, getting it smooth like butter, and just it's a tedious process, but I found it so relaxing. I know a lot of people hate doing it. A lot of guys that was in my industry, they hated doing it, and they'd bring me cars. I was like, "Hey man, can you prep this one? Can you prep this one?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? When do you need it?" And they just didn't want to do it. It's like, "Man, I just don't have the time, man. I don't have the time." It's like, "I know you can do it quick." I was like, "Yeah, because I'll spend hours on it. Just you get it down to an art after a while." And yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, the engine swaps, especially when you after my first engine swap, I learned you need to start labeling stuff to remember where it goes back. It's like take pictures. My mentor taught me, and he was just like, "Dude, pictures." I was like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think about that." It's like, just like take pictures, use little labels, if you got to, And I started getting into that more. It was just like, okay, engine out, get it out of there, drop a new one in, and like, all right, this goes there, do this, do that, all right, test crank, or prime it, whatever, test crank, she purrs like a kitten, let it run for a while, test drive, everything's great. It's, it's a, it's a love doing that stuff, but you get other jobs that are kind of annoying. But like those two aspects of automotive work, painting and engine swaps.
Sounds like you take pride in your work, and that's a good thing for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, where would they go if not you? Now, you mentioned they would go somewhere else for specialty painting, but I took one car once to, hang on, what is it?
Don't say
Go
Mako.
to,
Don't say Mako.
yeah. I'm sorry. I was trying to do the MCO. AAMCO. I did one time. They actually didn't do a bad job, fair price under a G, but whatever. But they don't do the good quality work you do, or anyone else that's a professional, I guess.
No, you mean Mako. They
yeah.
Amco does transmissions.
MCO. Yeah, I can't. Yeah,
Mako. People would bring their cars to me before they went to Mako.
Okay.
Mako is when you want a cheap paint job, and you because they'll get paint all over your bumpers and lights and stuff. You gotta know somebody that you gotta know somebody that works at Mako and get them specifically that will take their time and do good work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My grandpa used to say that
Mako was good for right before you sold a used car, you took it to Mako.
The only thing I can think of right now is Goober and Gomer.
And Claude Akins from Sheriff Lobo. He endorsed them for years, like in the early 1990s. The AA MCO.
My grandpa also used to paint cars, Shane, and me and my grandfather were very close. He taught me how to program the paint thing to drop the right amount of colors and everything, and how to mix the metallics. Like if you wanted a heavy metallic or a light metallic, my grandpa
program
did
the thing.
It's like a paint thing where you touch certain numbers to mix the paint properly. The paint mixer.
Oh, that's cheating.
Oh well, he had that. He had that thing where you could touch the different things, and it would drop so much blue, so much red, so much whatever.
No offense, he's never matched paint.
Yeah, no, he has definitely.
Or maybe I'm jealous.
My grandpa was so good at painting cars. He had a body shop and he had his own paint booth. And John and Jay Leno sent 2 cars up for my grandfather to paint.
Oh, nice.
So my grandfather painted 2 of Jay Leno's cars, but he used to swear by painting cars is a relaxation thing. And I would sit there sometimes and watch him, and he would take the longest amount of time, but the most steady hands to do that pinstriping on the side sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And then to do like the rally stripes and different things like that, it took. But I saw him paint a car one time that he got from the junkyard, and he prepped it, cleaned it up, put a new engine in it, and then it was so beautiful. And then he ghost flame painted it. It was so it was so cool. But Shane, it really touches me because that's like something that's very special to me. It's painting cars. So you just got a whole bunch more loves from me.
No.
Because I used to watch my first spanking from my grandfather was because I opened the paint booth at night and Bugs went in when he was painting.
Oh no. Oh no.
Because there's a big light outside and he had a plastic thing over the door and he had a ventilation in there and he was wearing a respirator and the white paper suits and everything, and I just opened the door, Pappy, blah, blah, and Bugs, a bunch of gnats flew in and got in his paint job. And he used to get so mad about, like, when he would see cars driving down the middle of the road, he would be like, do you see that car? That's orange peel. And I'm like, what's that? He goes, you see that car? That's way too much Bondo. They didn't even blend it out. What's wrong with these people? But like, he would point things out to me all the time.
Oh, Bondo. Oh, good old Bondo.
And he would
Good
point
old
out to me, like,
Bondo.
Good old
if
Bondo.
we were in like a parking lot and somebody opened their car, he's like, see the inside color of their door? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, that car's been painted. That's not the original color. Because inside of the door would be different.
That's
But he
very true.
pointed-
Can I put one thing out, Chrissy?
Absolutely.
Hear me?
Go ahead.
TD
I-
said I'll be here next week.
Yay.
Liar. Liar. Just kidding.
Maybe she's busy.
That's true. I'll be here next week.
Another thing I like to do to relax is garden. I like to plant plants and do gardening. Flowers, vegetables, like that kind of stuff is one of my things I love to do. Zach, are you ready to go?
One surprisingly relaxing activity that most people don't think about is sorting and organizing small things, but without any pressure to be productive. Whether it's coins, buttons, beads, prepping supplies, or even digital files, the act of sorting can be oddly calming. It gives your brain something simple and repetitive to focus on, which can be meditative in a way.
Legos.
For me, organizing prepping gear, radio frequencies, or even just my notes helps me unwind. It's not about getting everything perfect, it's about the slow, methodical process of handling objects and putting them in order. There's no rush, no stress, and no expectation of a major accomplishment. It's just about the rhythm and the small sense of control it provides. It's a bit like the feeling of solving a puzzle, but without the frustration of trying to find the right answer.
Very nice.
You got to do your UP out. I don't know when you're done.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Or just hold a knife to the camera. I don't know.
Nice.
Okay, Munin, what I'll do is I'm going to try to find some pictures of cars that my grandpa painted. I'll see if I can find those cars, the pictures, because my grandma has now passed. And so a lot of things have been divided between all the family members. But my grandpa went before my grandma. And then when my grandma went, then everything was divided. So I don't know who has what pictures and stuff. But I'll try to find it. And then I'll try to show it up on a panel for you. Okay, hey, Munin, that would be really cool.
Hey guys, sorry.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
I was
look.
like, what was that?
My fault. It's fixed. Sorry.
Okay. I was like, what was that?
It's my board. My board went
What
crazy.
happened? What happened?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so I have something to play for everybody. If that's okay with you guys, please don't lose track of who still needs to go. I did make a relaxation video for you guys.
Cool.
We're going to take a 2-minute break. Go ahead, grab something to drink, go pee, do what you got to do. I'm going to play this relaxation video. It's 2 minutes.
You'll be relaxed.
Now I'm just tensed and
worked.
stressed.
It worked.
Yeah, so there you go. I actually created that song on Suno. That's one of the songs that I created.
AI.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
But
Don't mess with AI. No disrespect to anybody that does. Just
no,
saying.
but if anybody wants to, you can find me over at Suno and the Real BBB. Also, Caldy's over there. A couple of us, we like to play with prompts and see what we can do, which is a lot of fun on Caldy's channel as well, because sometimes we try to mess with the AI and it comes out hilarious. So funny, right, Caldy? I don't know how else to explain it, Caldy.
You got to be there. You got to be
You
there.
got to be there. You just got
Gotta
to
be
see it. But if you want good laughs, you want good times, you want to actually have a lot of fun, please check out Caldy. Subscribe to Caldy. Check him out when he's live. He's awesome.
He's
Go
a
ahead.
lot of fun. Hey,
He is.
Cookie.
Hi, Cookie. This would
Cookie.
be Chance. Where's
Huh?
your mirror? Are you trying to peek at Cookie? Like,
Oh man, that's a good one. Oh man, Chrissy, you got me. That's a good one.
I have really quick wit. Sorry. It just was like, bleh. All right. Who needs to go next? Is that Zach?
What's the question again?
I put him in private chat. It's
Oh yeah,
for
look.
question 2. What's something surprisingly relaxing that makes people don't think about?
Who's next? Who hadn't gone?
Zach's still going.
Zach wants to say something.
Yeah, Zach's like, hold up. Shit.
I love when Caldy and I play with Bratty split meat.
Oh,
That joke will
That
never
was
die.
good. That was so good. That was so good.
And we have to perfect that song. We have to
Yeah.
perfect that song.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, we were all rendering versions of that song. It was so funny. That was really good.
Heather wants what you just played, Chrissy.
Yeah, Heather, I'll send it to you on Facebook Messenger. No, it won't let me. It won't. It's too big of a file to send it on Facebook. Heather, go ahead.
You can use WeTransfer. By the way, Chrissy, are you familiar with WeTransfer.com? It's free.
Yeah.
And you can send large files via email.
or you could just watch the replay later and see it again.
Yeah, Heather.
True.
Heather, shoot me your email address on my Facebook Messenger where we chat, and I'll email it to you. There you go.
Cool.
And then that way you can have it.
Yeah, WeTransfer.com. I don't endorse them, but they're a good service. They're free.
Yeah, cool. I don't usually have any issues
Moose.
with Moose Man in the house. Moose Man in the house. I love Moose Man.
Who ain't gone yet on question 2? Because I know I didn't, but I want to go last.
I hadn't gone, but mine will be very quick. I also no, I'm going before you, Zach.
I done
Or have
went.
you already gone?
I done went. My answer was one word: drugs.
Yeah. Mine is basically like when I'm feeling like just super, super, super crazy, and videos and stuff like that won't do it. I crack open a Kurt Vonnegut book, and that somehow I start reading through that, and I go, "Oh, all right, this guy's crazier than I am. This guy is definitely crazier than I am, and he's doing all right, or he was back then." So
You should check out my review of Slaughterhouse-5 that I dropped last week.
that is an amazing movie.
It is.
Amazing movie. One of the few movies that they actually made.
They made it right, and even Kurt Vonnegut liked it, which is when the writer himself actually likes it, you're onto something.
Oh man! And what was his? What was the one with Nick Nolte in it?
The one with Nick Nolte in it.
It was sad. Real sad.
Uh-oh, guys. I'll please dismiss me.
Another 48 hours?
No.
Controls. I have to go help my mom, guys.
Go do your thing.
Yeah.
We got you.
Okay.
Yeah,
he played a playwright in Germany that gets the Germans.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I can't think of the name of it right now, but the Germans put him on the radio. So he's this spokesperson for all these people, and he's also working for the Americans, but like, I'm gonna ruin it for one part. There's this one part where this guy says,
Schindler's List.
the reason that I followed the Mustache Man wasn't because of him or anything he said. It was because of
Are you thinking about a movie called Mother Night?
Mother Night.
That's
Yes.
the one. Yeah.
That's another one that they followed exactly by the book. It was great, but depressing, super depressing. But it's a great movie.
Yeah, make
Agreed.
you want to freak out and cry.
With everything you just said.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Like watching
Downer.
Schindler's List. Oh my God.
Hey, like I said, sometimes a downer will help you
Yeah.
purge, you know?
A good, yeah, and like you were saying, a good down song will lift me up.
Yeah.
Like I love good depression music. Like, hey, I'm happy. Why are you crying? I'm happy.
If I want a downer, I'll go watch Twilight.
If you want a real downer,
No.
watch the world according to Garth.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Does anybody
Oh, is
even know
that
what
the-
is?
It's
Hold on.
Robin Williams, right?
Total solace. Has nobody on this panel ever seen the world according to
I've
Garth?
seen The World According to Garp, yes.
That's two of us.
I've seen According to Jim. I don't know.
Robin Williams was in that movie.
It's an older Robin Williams movie, like from
A really
I think
horrible
early
old-
80s.
Yeah,
Mm.
It is pretty darn depressing.
it really is. I'm not
Robin
gonna-
Williams had a way of being in a couple of really depressing movies. Like What Dreams May Come, which is a movie that I happen to love, is very depressing.
It
Yeah.
is. Good movie, yes. Good movie.
It's a great movie, but it's depressing.
Yeah.
Man, don't get me started on stuff like what Bicentennial.
We've already
I
talked
like
about that on my
one.
channel.
I pissed off two of my cousins because we small town Mississippi, Clarksdale, that one of those two theater movies, this theater's playing something, this one's playing something. It was either Bicentennial Man or Twister. And I really wanted to see Bicentennial Man. One cousin wanted to see Twister, and the other cousin was just like, I don't care. I'm so high right now. I don't care what we watch. So I was like, come on, man. It's Robin Williams. It'll be funny. Man, who wants to watch a movie about a tornado? So we're in there watching Bicentennial Man. And it was like right around the point when he, gets more humanized. We just hear the noise coming out of the other theater, out the speakers of the tornadoes and stuff. And like, damn, we should have went and saw Twister. But that movie sounds good.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
we're
all these years later, people still talk about Twister.
People still talk about Bicentennial Man, apparently. Like,
I
it keeps
mean-
coming up on my channel.
Very rarely.
A lot of people don't like that movie. And why did they make a sequel to Twister? Anyway, we're not going to get into that.
It's basically the same
Yeah.
movie. I've watched it. It's fine. It's not
Good
bad.
question, Shane.
I read the plot and I was like, oh,
It's basically the same
movie.
Yeah.
It's just...
It was horrible. Go ahead and tell the truth.
I didn't like the original much, and I hated Perfect Storm.
Oh, a perfect
Mark
Storm's
Wahlberg.
terrible. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a Titanic wannabe or something.
It was before
It's
that.
based on a true story.
But they got the music wrong, Shane. They got from 1991. It was set in 1991. They had the songs they had songs from like the 1999 in the
And
soundtrack.
how could it be based on a true story? They all died. How do they know what happened?
Exactly.
Radio transmissions, I don't know.
Well,
It ain't like they found one of these guys' diary washed up on an island somewhere.
Anyway, we should stay on topic. Chrissy left us in
Yes,
charge
yes,
and we're
yes,
screwing
yes,
it up.
yes, yes.
I
Okay.
done forgot. What was the topic again?
Did Chance ever answer the second question?
no, I can do it quickly though.
Okay, you
I
can.
didn't remember what the question was. Relaxing still?
Yeah, it is. What's something surprisingly relaxing that most people don't think about?
Reading a comic book.
Good
That's
one,
it.
man. Yeah, what's that
You
just
can move
good
on to someone. Reading a comic
Oh,
book.
that's
Seriously.
surprising. Come on.
Because most people are into comic books is what I was thinking. People think of golf to
Reading.
relax or something more mainstream. I didn't want to say something that was like kind of obvious, but I think reading a comic book to me is kind of relaxing that most people don't think about. Just reading. Well, someone did say reading. Chrissy said reading. Um,
No, I'll give you that. You got more specific with it though with comic books.
Take a look.
comic book.
A book. A read.
I'll give you that.
Oh,
Yeah, I think comic books are a lot less like demanding.
Oh, and playing my pinball machines. But that's something people don't
Is that
think
a
about.
euphemism?
hey, you don't
No.
think a comic book? You don't think a comic book can be demanding? What some of my comic book reviews? They can be a pain in the butt.
I
Electric
think
mirrors.
playing pinball is really relaxing. I like bowling too. So that's all. I've said enough. I said 3 things: reading a comic book, bowling, and playing pinball. That people don't think about as relaxing.
Bowling frustrates the hell out of me.
I'm good at it, so I like
Is
it.
it on that song?
I'm not
I'm
great
good
at it, but you know.
but it's when you,
Well, I
you think
one
you
thing
got that perfect curve going out that goes out
Actually-
and shoots back in, and one pin is still standing. I was like, you mother.
I love bowling. I know, Shane. Isn't that frustrating when that happens? But listening to a podcast is relaxing, or the radio. Listening to like
I like
spoken word.
I like a good video on YouTube. It relaxes me if it's a good one.
Yeah. Shane, that's funny about bowling, what you just said. Yeah.
Okay, has everybody gone? I think everybody's gone. Have you
Yeah.
gone, Caldy, for the second question?
Oh, that
Yeah,
was a real
yeah,
good
mine was Kurt Vonnegut.
Oh, that's right, Vonnegut. Yeah. How could I forget?
Reading-
Okay, so I guess we'll move on to the third question. Oh wait, Zach has something. Zach has something. We almost got away with it. Zach had.
I love bowling. I'll record if I go on the 7th.
Nice.
All right.
Yay, please do. Please do record. I would love to see that.
I want to see how you bowl.
I want to freaking see that.
Hey, this man skis.
I know, like
Watch
after
out.
he showed us how he skis, I'm
Yep.
genuinely curious. I'm not.
Tug, what do you
rude.
Tug? Sorry,
Yeah.
He's
go
got
ahead.
this big bowling ball gun. He just loaded up. He pulls the trigger and it shoots the ball down the aisle.
Do you hold somebody at knife point and tell them to throw for you? No, load up. I'm not letting this knife thing go away.
Tug, what do you think
Nice.
of when you think of bowling?
I think of Superman.
Man 3, yes, like your hit video. You have a hit video like I do. You got
Actually,
well,
the real
going.
answer is I think of the Big Lebowski.
No, when I think of
Like a
bowling, I think
kingpin.
of
When do you
When I
get
think-
paid on the
I think of a
21st
really
of
bad
March
Woody
for that
Harrelson
YouTube video?
movie.
You're gonna love it. Go ahead.
bowling. I think of a really bad Woody Harrelson movie. The one where he lost his hand.
Yeah, that's
The bowler.
Kingpin. Yeah.
That's horrible. I
Yeah.
cannot stand that movie so much.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
No,
It's okay.
not.
Dan doesn't like a lot of things.
Good night, Freddie.
But I will say it was better than Superman 3.
Yeah, but you're a boomer, so your opinion is suspect. Just
Shots
kidding.
fired.
I mean, you're not wrong.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I'm from
so
an era when they made classic movies and big blockbusters, and I hold movies to a higher level of expectation. I don't like to be disappointed, which I'm constantly disappointed by everything CGI and modern.
well, yeah. I mean, I think most of us can agree to
Like
that.
that new,
Night,
like that
Freddie.
new, like that new Hellboy movie we're going to talk about tomorrow. Where on
boy.
several of the CGI scenes, I noticed that it didn't even look like his tail was attached.
I mean, we'll talk about it tomorrow, Dan. But
Love
like,
you, Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will put aside
Like I
the-
said, I think that movie was made on a budget of maybe $100.
Are you talking about the one that's on Hulu?
Yeah, the most recent one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I tried to watch that.
Oh.
one.
Good job, man.
I'll give him
But
credit
I
for
will
trying
say-
something
I will
different,
say-
but
I will say
man,
one thing, and this is a definite that the evil chick
Judgment?
Effie is like super hot. Well, till the end of the movie when she goes all crone, but most of the movie she's really hot.
I'm sorry. Did you
I
say
always
she
like-
went
no, I don't
chrome?
disagree. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Well, she is. She's a witch. So
I've
anyway,
always been attracted to witches.
question
What's
3.
that song, guys? Especially Danny Staten. What's that song? We just disagree. What's that song? Woo woo woo.
We can't see eye to
Sing
eye.
that damn song. You know what I'm
Can't
talking
see eye to
about?
eye.
Yeah, that's it. We don't see eye to eye.
Yeah, I don't know who the band is, but it's from the 70s.
It's like, he has like a one-hit wonder, wasn't it? Oh man,
You finally got out of my wheelhouse.
memory
I had no
unlocked,
idea.
man. Thanks to Danny Staten there.
I don't know. My phone isn't working in here, or I'd ask Grok, and she'd yell.
I don't think you
she'd
can do
scream
that
it
on
back
this
to
channel.
me. No.
I'm gonna Google that the lyrics that I remember that.
Anyway, while
Ray
you're doing
Charles
that,
come
I'm
out
going to
with the
keep
first
going.
brother, but you're probably talking about the Diddy Mosquito.
Question
Um,
3.
Question 3.
Yeah.
Do you ever just sit and do nothing? How does it feel? I mean, this is pretty obvious.
That's amazing. Next.
I'm reminded of Office Space. There's that line in Office Space where the guy says, "What did you do? You were gone yesterday. What did you do all day?" And he said, "I did absolutely nothing." And then he said, "How was it?" "It's better than I even imagined."
I love it.
Such a great movie. Yeah, of course. I do sometimes just
Yeah.
sit and do absolutely nothing. Turn my brain off, turn everything off. Just sit there, stare off into space. It's perfect. It's great. It's one of the best
Yeah.
feelings in the world. Like my grandfather. Okay, I can talk about this. My grandfather, he used to go fishing a lot, like most people's grandfathers, and he would take me fishing. And at a certain age, I realized, I think I was maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10. I finally realized that the catching fish is not the point, even remotely. The point is just to be out there doing nothing, listening to nothing, not listening to his nagging wife, and just to be out in the middle of a lake and to just zone out, like that was the whole point of fishing for him. And when I finally understood that, I finally got it. I got what was so great about fishing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
love fishing.
Catching fish can actually mess up fishing.
Exactly. Like, dang it, stop biting my fish.
Yeah.
Stop it.
That's right.
I just want to see it ripple. I just want to see it ripple when I throw it out.
Lure, man.
That's me. Sorry. Me. I'm sorry. It's that song. 1977. Dave Mason. We just disagree. All right. Yeah, we might get. All right. Well, I'm.
Don't get copyright hit. Come on.
Yeah, come on now.
We were talking over it though.
Not
All
Dr. Wu.
And the stream is down.
Is it? No,
No,
right.
no.
I don't know.
Thank God. I didn't know it was one hit wonder. It was. Yeah. Dave Mason. We just disagree. All right. Sorry.
So I'm just going to ask the open panel. Does anybody have anything meaningful to say about question 3 about sitting and doing nothing? Zach, I know you have something prepared. You have to.
Yeah, and I'm incapable of doing nothing, so I'm worthless on this one.
Captain Christopher Pike could answer that one, right? Danny Staten.
Beep. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
All righty, here we go.
Do it.
Relax. Push the button, Zach. Oh, you got to hold out on us, really?
He's just going to sit there and do nothing. It's like a meta answer.
At least he didn't put the other finger
Oh,
up
no.
again.
No, we're not open panel yet. He still can't show us that finger, even with the parental advisory. Hey, she's back.
So what's
I'm
the
gonna put that
point?
song on my channel. I love that song. We just disagree. Hey, Chris. Hey.
Oh, I guess
Hey,
that's
Corey's
another
here.
hobby I like, watching videos and other people's channels and pointing out things that are wrong with them. Like people that put up parental advisories and there's nothing parentally advised against.
I know. But she's got to.
When we go open panel, we earn it.
No,
Chrissy,
she's got to answer
you're muted.
2 questions, doesn't she?
Chrissy, you're muted. Hey, kiss me. I let you just kiss the camera. I love that. Yes.
So, I was saying, I put the parental advisory up just in case. Buff most of the time.
What it is Corey's comedy channel.
Hi,
What it is, bro?
What's
Hello,
up,
Corey.
We love Corey.
He's in Las Vegas where they're torching
Yeah.
Tesla dealerships and whatnot. All
I
right.
think they're doing that a lot of places.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
well, I shouldn't have opened my big fat mouth.
it's fine.
Anyway, hey Corey.
Hey, so I want to give you guys an update. Give me a second. I'm going to go grab some numbers for you. I want to give you guys an update. Zach, I'm sure he already has his on top of his head because he's on top of it. Give me a second here.
Well, I'll play some music while you. I'm kidding.
No, please.
Woo! Trying to get me copyright.
No, why? I'm simul streaming it. I'll get hit too. I think if you talk over something, you're okay, right?
Generally, but like don't risk it.
No, you're not.
I've
Trust
been
me.
Not
hit.
always.
Trust me. You're
Yeah.
not. Trust me.
No,
You're not.
No.
All right.
Okay, so I am 838 watch hours away from monetization.
Woohoo!
Look at this suck up. Look at this suck up, Corey.
Hi,
Look at this
Corey.
suck up.
I love
Especially
Corey.
Chrissy. What a suck up. We love
This
you,
is
man.
getting catty.
We're kidding. We're
I'm
joking.
sending
We're joking.
kisses to Corey.
Corey said, love you guys.
Yeah, we love you too,
Especially
Corey.
Chrissy. Suck up.
Oh, I love
love you,
Corey.
man.
Double OC in the house, Corey. Go ahead, Zach.
I need 483 hours to monetize.
480.
Oh, man.
Awesome.
We're going to get there tonight, bro.
Zach's
I told him
whooping
he
my
needs to
butt.
have like a 2-day stream.
He has the bigger following than anybody on this panel.
Really?
Deservedly so. Yes. I think so with the interaction in the chat. The
Yeah, he
love.
has a lot of
He
people.
does
Zach.
in
get a
his
lot
chat,
of people
yeah.
in the chat. That's
Zach's
true.
the man.
Zach is. He's got a really good community.
I
He's
don't
got
care
a lot
about
of really good
subscribers. I'm
followers.
talking about interaction. I think.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I get what you mean now. Yeah.
I don't care about subscribers either. I have
I was
125,000
about to say
subs.
you have
I
the
don't-
most subscribers. So
I
of
don't
course
care
you do.
about subs. I need the watch hours. I get.
I just
like,
got to 16,000, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Good for you.
nice. I get
After
to,
1,000, it doesn't matter. It's all about watch, of course, views.
Yeah.
If you want to earn money, you're monetized, right, Tug? Of
Oh,
course you are.
I do.
It's
I
a
do
good
fine.
feeling. I got a good. You got your deposit yesterday morning, like I did at 6 a.m. It's a great the second month
And
in
it
a
was
row.
a nice
I
one,
love
'cause
it.
this
Yeah,
month
I
was
got
really
mine
good.
too.
Yeah, 4 figures. I'll take it.
Oh, mine wasn't 4 figures, but
It was mine, but you know that's nice.
it was still extra. It was
Yours
extra.
will be the following month, though.
It will be
Tug.
next month, probably. Yes.
You should hit at least 4 figures. Yeah.
Nice. I can't wait. But I have to get fully monetized because the memberships and all the super chats and stuff, they add up, but it takes a while. So
Yeah.
but I'll get there. 838.
You deserve some support, Chrissy. I'm going to put a plug in right quick for you. No, that sounded really no jokes, guys. I want to say that I think you're very selfless. I think you deserve a leg up. I think you deserve super chats. I think you deserve like a boost because you help all of us. You've helped me grow. You helped everyone on this panel grow. And you're very selfless and you don't over talk, unlike me. You're very sweet. And I mean that sincerely. So shout out, cheers to Chrissy. Brain Benner's Banter. Thank you.
Everybody that's on my panel right now has a very special place in my heart. And I look at you guys as my YouTube family. You guys are very special to me.
You say that every week. I appreciate it though. Don't
But
think I
it's
think
true.
genuine.
Even
Really
Dan.
true. Yes, even Dan.
Whether I'm on or not, anybody, everyone on the panel at that moment, you're like, oh, you're my family. I'm kidding, but
You are. This is my family. This is the people that I'm very, very close to. Like if anything would happen to you guys, I would be very upset.
so TD's out, is what you're saying. TD is done.
TD is still
Dead
one
to
of
us.
my people. TD's still one of my peeps.
I know.
Like I love TD.
She lied though. I'm kidding.
God,
Maybe
Crazy
she might
drama.
have had something
Drama.
come up. She could.
Tommy never a lot
Got
of
a kid.
chance.
Got a son. She's got a son.
Mm. So
If you
just
tell-
so everybody knows, go ahead.
Remind me if you tell Chance you're going to be there to show the heck up.
Right. I just want to let everybody know that I have something that I'm going to be doing April 12th. So I
Yeah.
will be out of town. So the
Oh.
panel is going to be running the panel that night without me.
Wait a minute.
the
All right.
lunatics will run the asylum.
Yeah.
You might want to put. You might
Why
want to
don't
put.
you just skip a week? Why don't you just
What?
skip a week?
No, you might
Because
just want to go ahead.
I still want to do my thing.
Okay,
Just
okay.
Just make sure you go ahead and put 2 parental advisories up.
I'm going to put a parental advisory as the background and the layovers and everything. No, I think you guys will just be fine. We'll come up with the topic for that week. I'm actually
Look
going to
at
be out
guys.
of
I
town.
mean, we need one female on the panel when you're out,
We might be able to get TD to show up.
Yeah.
If you're
or
taking,
Sarah or somebody.
hey,
Yeah.
by the way, if you're taking the week off and you're not going to be there, you don't get to help pick the topic.
Nope. I'm going to let you guys pick the topic. I'm going to
Yes.
let you guys do all the stuff that you're going to do and do what you're going to do.
We're gonna let Chance and Tug work it out.
No, I like all the guys on this panel. I didn't mean any disrespect to the dudes, but we should have at least one female on the panel. So cool.
No, I
If we
don't
can
disagree.
Get one replacement, don't
A
disagree.
replacement.
I'll get a girl up here for you guys. Don't worry.
Your
I'll
daughter,
get a girl.
somebody. Yeah.
Somebody.
She's
Somebody.
just gonna
Somebody.
hire somebody off the street.
No, I'm not.
The yin and the yang of it. Yeah.
I could probably ask my daughter if she can sit in for me. But I've been invited to a concert by a friend of mine who plays drums, and he is the drummer of this band. And he gave me and a couple of my female friends some tickets, and we're gonna go see him. I've known him for about 5 years, and he plays some really good music. They're doing a really big gig in Sacramento, California, and so I'll be going to that concert. So that's why I said, if you guys can, please take
You're
the
so
chat
sweet.
for
How
me.
many miles away is it from your home?
An
that
hour.
concert?
It's an
Oh
hour.
wow! I thought you were in Northern California. I guess you're California's such a huge state. It's like
Yeah,
bigger than Florida.
I'm between Sacramento and Chico. And so like I'm right in the center point. Chico's 1 hour from me north, and Sacramento's 1 hour from me south.
I hope you don't have to drive because you drive.
I
so
do
much
have to
work.
drive.
Are
but
you kidding me? Why can't
but
someone
my-
drive you for a
My
change?
friends are gonna drive.
Oh,
My
yeah.
friends are driving. So we're gonna go by
Your
vehicle.
car.
But yeah,
Okay.
it'll be fine. And I'm going with the group of female friends. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And I personally know the drummer of this band. So we're all really stoked to go
Well,
to this
you deserve
concert.
a night off. You know what I mean? Every Saturday night you're here, you deserve a date or a concert or something on a Saturday night. For goodness
I'm not
sake.
interested in a date. What's that?
Or just fun on a Saturday night, away from that. You're bored. I mean,
you know what my date is? Going on panel with you guys.
Well,
I like you guys a lot better.
well, we're gonna take that cruise, all of us, man.
Yeah.
Shane,
Yeah,
everybody, we're
absolutely.
gonna take a cruise. He don't like cruises though, but we're all gonna go and have fun.
I don't know. After Titanic,
No,
I
it wasn't
know-
him. Who was it? It was Basham Cruz that said it was a big toilet bowl.
Was it Shane? No,
Oh,
it's
that's
Caldy.
I thought it was
Caldy.
Shane, but I
Caldy.
might be wrong.
It's Caldy.
It was Caldy. I knew it.
I love cruises. I've been on a
I
few.
did It's a flotilla of E. coli.
He's right though.
You're
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
Corey left you a message.
Thank you, Corey. Oh, we couldn't comment. That's interesting. I don't know why. I didn't turn the comments
He doesn't
off.
want to be seen on your channel.
Probably. Oh, that's what it is.
No, if he couldn't leave a message. It might be because he was watching it on his big screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that can
okay.
happen. Yeah.
Or you
Hold on,
can't
sometimes
comment
I
on your
get-
big screen.
Sometimes I
An
get
actual
that too.
answer.
Sometimes I get videos and it won't let me leave a comment. It happens
Well,
once
that's
in a
weird.
while,
Well, there's
That is
as you know, Dan, there's
Especially on
settings,
shorts.
but
especially
don't-
on shorts.
oh,
Yeah.
saw me in the mall. Oh God,
That's if it's set for kids. You can't comment.
I didn't set it for kids though. Let me go edit. Oh wow.
Oh, he was on his phone.
Corey says he was on his phone. Yeah, so that's weird. I know sometimes I'll be watching some of you guys when you're live streaming on my big screen and I can't comment. I have to literally go in on my iPhone too
That's
to
weird.
leave a comment.
Chrissy and panel, I gotta ask your advice. I have a
Sure.
video I shot in March of 1988 with a camcorder, like a Back to the Future style. It was almost the same. It was a more advanced model. In that 1987. And long story short, went to a mall, filmed a video, and I'm doing like David Letterman, Man on the Street, making fun of people in a shopping mall, popular shopping mall, Perimeter Mall. But there's cool little nostalgic segments. I go into the McDonald's. There's Fraggle Rock toys. You see the Fraggle Rock 1988, like posters. You see ashtrays on every table at the McDonald's. I mean, all this interesting historic stuff. But I'm a real jerk in the video, so I don't know if I should publish all of it or not. I published some of me at the arcade in Perimeter Mall at the time called Tilt. And I'm messing with people. Hey, can I bum a quarter? And I'm just a real dick. So I'm
That
sort
does
of
really, really good on YouTube, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what gets the
I
most-
know,
Hey,
I've changed since then, but I'm a real ass in that video.
But if
it's
it doesn't
couple
work,
years
if it doesn't work over here, put it on kick.
Yeah, put it on kick. While the
Put it on
degenerates
kick.
do
You'll
that.
be a hero tomorrow.
I mean, Johnny Somali's about to go to prison. You could take over for him.
I did a couple
Party.com.
videos on
I
YouTube
just
about
heard
3 years
about
ago.
that
Man, good God.
today. Johnny Somali finally. How do you go to another country and try this crap?
I'm not going to get
Oh,
into the
no.
whole Johnny Somali
is-
drama.
yeah,
but he's going
it
to be in
is
jail for a
still-
long time in South Korea.
Yeah, he's still getting arrested
Yep,
after
he got arrested today. Like this day.
Yeah.
Again. And he's got all these charges already stacked up against him, and he just keeps doing it. He must
Oh,
be
I
lying.
was
He's
I was
dancing
really
in a public
sad
square
today.
in his boxers. It's like, what are you doing? Okay.
I was really sad today to see that George Foreman died.
Yeah.
We did yesterday, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but I saw it
I learned
today.
about that on Zach's stream. Yeah.
Bad, sad.
Yeah, I was at work, so
George Foreman Grill, remember that?
I
yeah.
still have one. I make sandwiches.
This man.
Make paninis with it.
He seemed like
I
a
love
really nice person.
Paninis. Paninis are awesome.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. And I don't eat them myself, but I make Cubans for my wife all the time.
Oh, okay. I like the real mozzarella cheese and like the turkey and the basil, or like and then on the panini bread, like thick
That's
bread.
good stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Hey, Chance, let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
There's a TV show called Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
Of course, I have it all on.
Aren't we all?
I'm pretty sure he's heard of it. Yes.
Oh no,
I
you
mean,
can.
familiar with it enough to know the characters and stuff.
You got him started. He's gonna.
I was gonna
bust out
say,
all of his
Danny. Oh
DVDs,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Okay, what character did a guy named Jack Lilly play on that show?
Well, that I don't know off the top of my head. Just Google it, man. I don't know.
The power of Google is amazing.
Anyway, the reason I was saying that is something popped up on my phone earlier today about Jack Lilly dying.
He
I,
died or something?
I think he was the stagecoach driver in that or something like that.
That sucks that he
Jack
died.
Lilly play on Little House.
Well, there's going to be a new Little House on the Prairie on Netflix, and I have to wait and see. But I think
Oh,
it just seems like a bad idea. But I'm trying to reserve judgment for the
Well,
finished
he played a bunch
product.
of people on that show. He was one of
Not
them
Michael
actors-
Landon. Why bother, man? He was the heart and soul. He directed a bunch. He directed the best episodes and wrote them. He wrote and directed the best Little House episodes. But that's a classic. And Todd Bridges, oh God, that'll break your heart. Right before Different Strokes, he's on there and he says the N-word. It's sad, man. He's like, oh, I can't even say on the air. This is such a sad scene. God.
Oh,
That's a
Can't
great
show
joke,
us-
Corey.
Can't show us that shirt you're wearing.
Oh,
Oh,
again.
Red Fox, my favorite comedian of all time. You big dummy.
Chance, I need you to send me a copy of that Red Sanford and Son that you got.
The shirt?
No, you have that copy of that.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Yeah, I need you to send me a copy.
This in a
Yes. I want a
Oh,
copy
man.
of that.
It's so fun. It's on YouTube though. You could just copy it yourself.
No.
Just so you know. But I'll be happy to do it. I will
It's
comply.
not the same.
Well, I'll gladly send you on. Can you play DVDs?
Yes.
You can play DVDs?
Yes.
All right. Well then you got it, ma'am. No problem. You've done a lot for me.
technology that is not so archaic.
All right. I think we're gonna skip to number 4.
Oh, yeah. We still
Little
have
House.
questions.
Yeah.
So number 4 is what is the most relaxing place you've ever been?
I'm gonna go first again because I got this one.
Okay.
Down in Marathon Key in Florida, down in the Florida Keys, there was this house that my family, when they were pretending to be rich, would rent out every year or two.
Pretending
And
to be rich.
they did. They pretended to be rich. They had a boat and everything, but they were like drowning in debt. I didn't even know it at the time because I was a kid. And at the about a 15-minute walk from this house, you could get to this empty stretch of beach that was kind of like hidden away. And, I mean, it's the Keys. There's beaches everywhere, but this one was kind of secluded and out of the way. And it was so far from the actual road and from the actual civilization that you could still see all the stars. There was very little light pollution. You couldn't really hear anything. And someone had set up a hammock, just a simple hammock between two palm trees on the beach in the Keys. And that is the most relaxing place I've ever been. I went there and just laid on that hammock and fell asleep. And when I took my girlfriend there a couple years later, the woman who is now my wife, we slept there, and that was one of the best nights of my life. We didn't even do anything. We just laid on the hammock and relaxed on the beach in Marathon Key in the middle of nowhere, this beach that nobody else knew about. That's it. That was the most relaxing place I've ever been.
Nice.
Because it's quiet, like I said, and you got the sound of the water, and it's so nice. It's so great. I whenever I like mentally am trying to relax and I'm just like closing my eyes trying to imagine something that's gonna calm me down, I think of that beach. Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I'll go.
Buff.
Wow, this is kind of a toss-up. What was that sound? Oh, I'm the only one that heard that.
No, I think it was my phone.
Oh.
My phone's doing weird things right now. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm muted,
kinda-
my friend.
I heard something. I don't know. I thought that was like my headset or something.
No, it's
kind
my
of a
phone.
toss-up. Kind of a toss-up. One would probably be my we have land out in Black Hawk, Mississippi, that we hunt on. Pretty, closest neighbor is probably half a mile, give or take, away, maybe a mile. But went out there for a spring break once and was just sitting on the porch, waiting on my cousins, two of my cousins to get home off the bus. And like just chilling there on the porch, just enjoying the outdoors, got the pigs and the cows and stuff, whatever, making their little noises off in the background. The wind's rustling a little bit, and I'm just sitting there on the porch, just chilling, and straight fell asleep. And I woke up to the sound of the school bus pulling up the dirt road. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize I fell asleep. It was like some of the best sleep I ever had in my life. There, I'm always relaxed when I go out there. But there and Tybee Island, Georgia. Probably had the best night of my life in Tybee Island. Was forced to go down there by my mechanic mentor. Somebody else was supposed to go with him to help him drive. That guy backed out and he's like, "You're coming with me." I'm like, "Where?" So we're going to Tybee Island. I'm like, okay. So whatever, we go down there. Me, him, his wife, and his son. And we're supposed, we did the family thing on the lunch, whatever, / dinner thing when we got there. We had the agreement between him and his wife, the agreement that, we're going to do all this together. And that night, me and him were going to go out and just kind of hang out on the town because he hadn't had a guy's night out in a while. So we're getting ready and everything. They get into an argument about something, about her just gonna leave me here all by myself with him, and I'm like, we talked about this. So whatever. After a while, he just comes to me. He's like, "Man, I gotta stay here." I was like, "Well, deuces. I'm on the town. I've never been to Tybee, so I'm out on the town." Whatever. Found this place called Tybee Time. If y'all ever heard of Wet Willie's, it's the same place. Um, Basically, they sell. I don't know what you want to. I don't know what you call them, but just a slushy full of liquor. Uh, that's like their thing, and they have like a wall of these things of different flavors, and I'm just like, yes. So I get a couple of those in me. I'm just out on the town. I run into some guy. I don't know. I got bumped into him. And I was like, oh man, my bad, my bad, my bad. Whatever. Start talking to him. I was like, what do y'all do around here? You local? And he's like, yeah, man. Da, 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 da. Well, da, da, da. We went and checked out a couple places. Ended up in some club where nobody was dancing or whatever. Da, da, da. The DJ's just hyping it up. Um, Long story short, by the end of that club, I was doing a teaching about 20, 22 people how to do the Cupid Shuffle. The DJ was working with me. That was that was fun. So we just bounced around, met up with some friends of his, bounced around different places, ended up under the pier, smoking some ganja. Da, 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 da. It was just there was no negativity that whole night. And they all had to, oh, hey, we got the work thing tomorrow. Da, da, enjoy the rest of your vacation. Da, da, da. So I ended up on the beach, and I found a lifeguard station. God, it's probably about 4:30 in the morning, maybe 5. And I sat on that lifeguard station, or sat at the lifeguard station, whatever you want to call it, like the ones in Baywatch. But I sat on that station. I was just like so at peace, just feeling the nice, cool summer breeze coming off the ocean, listening to the waves crash.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine. Sorry. Let me mute myself again.
Kind of
Wow,
like Tuck was
really?
talking about. And when like I was like, well, let me do something. I can't waste this moment. So I got up and started practicing some of my capoeira. And it was just such a relaxing moment. And I'd never done it in sand before. I don't know why I'd never done it in sand before. It was always on flat ground. But it was so relaxing. And like 2 girls had come up to me and well, no, it was like 3. 2 of them kept walking, and one girl was like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, capoeira. She was like, oh, I thought she was just dancing. I didn't hear any music. And I was like, no, it's a rhythmic kind of martial arts thing, and the beats in your head. And I was showing her a thing or two, and one of her girlfriends came back and just straight C blocked me. Like, oh, come on, you don't know him. Da, 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 da. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I just went back to doing my thing and just enjoying the groove, man. That was probably the most relaxing experience I've ever had. I went back to the hotel room, passed out, and I just remember waking up and I was like, oh, my buddy wanted to go fishing. He's like, yeah, we'll at least do that. And as soon as I got out the bed, I collapsed. Like, what did I do last night? I remember everything, but I don't know why I collapsed. I think when I stood up, all the alcohol that was still in me was like, oh, we're up. All right, we're in. But yeah, I'm going to go with Tybee Island, George. Yeah. Buffett.
Very nice,
The most
Shane.
relaxing place I've ever been is the Four Corners region, a unique and stunning part of the Southwest where Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico meet. There's something about this area that feels both vast and intimate at the same time, like the land is stretching endlessly, yet each part of it holds a personal story. One of the most incredible things about being here is that I can be in completely different landscapes within minutes. One moment, I can be surrounded by towering mountains with crisp alpine air, and the next, I can be in the middle of a rugged desert where the horizon seems infinite. If I want a change of scenery, I can head to a lake, where the water reflects the sky and everything feels still. This kind of variety isn't something you find just anywhere, and that's part of what makes the Four Corners so special to me. It's like having multiple worlds in one, each offering a different kind of peace.
Awesome, man.
One of the most breathtaking drives in this region is the Million Dollar Highway, a stretch of U.S. Route 550 that runs through the San Juan Mountains in southwestern Colorado. This highway is both exhilarating and calming, winding through deep canyons and hugging cliffs that drop down into valleys so far below they look unreal. The road itself is known for its lack of guardrails, making every turn feel like a dance between adventure and awe. But despite its reputation for being one of the most intense roads in the country, I find it incredibly peaceful. The higher I go, the more the world seems to quiet down. The air gets cooler, the sky feels closer, and the mountains create a kind of natural insulation from everything else. It's the kind of place where I can just breathe, taking in the smell of pine trees and the distant sound of waterfalls cascading down rock faces. North from the Million Dollar Highway, the road leads to Ridgway, a small town that feels like a gateway between rugged wilderness and peaceful retreat. The drive itself is mesmerizing, passing through valleys with golden grasses, rolling hills, and the jagged peaks of the San Juans framing everything in the distance. Ridgway has this Old West meets modern mountain town vibe, with wooden storefronts, cozy cafes, and a pace of life that feels slower in the best possible way. It's a place where I can sit outside, sip a drink, and just watch the clouds roll over the mountains without feeling like I need to be anywhere else. The way the town is positioned makes it feel like a perfect balance between civilization and raw nature, where I can have access to comforts without feeling removed from the wild beauty that surrounds it. What makes this entire region so relaxing is the ability to change my surroundings based on how I feel. If I want to be in the mountains, I can drive up towards Silverton or Telluride, where the elevation brings cooler air and the landscape turns into a mix of alpine forests, meadows, and rocky peaks. There's something about being surrounded by mountains that makes me feel grounded, like their sheer size and presence put everything else into perspective. The quiet here is different. It's not just the absence of noise, but the presence of something ancient and steady. Being in the mountains makes time slow down in a way that nothing else does.
Yeah, the higher you get,
On the other
closer.
hand, if I want the open expanse of the desert, I can be there in minutes. The desert has its own kind of stillness, where the silence feels heavier, more profound. The colors are different here, reds, oranges, deep browns, and the sky seems to stretch on forever. The rock formations rise like sculptures carved by time, each one holding the history of centuries within its layers. The desert feels like a place of reflection, where I can be alone with my thoughts in a way that doesn't happen anywhere else. There's a kind of rawness to it, where the land doesn't hide its history or soften its edges, and that honesty is calming in a way I can't quite explain. Then there are the lakes, which add yet another layer to this region's ability to bring peace. Places like Ridgway Reservoir or Navajo Lake offer a completely different kind of relaxation. The water is still, reflective, and calming in a way that only lakes can be. Sitting by the shore, watching the light dance on the surface, I feel a different kind of stillness. The way the wind moves across the water, the sound of gentle waves lapping at the shore, it all feels like a reset for my mind. Here, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to think about where I'm going next or what needs to be done. I can just be.
Yeah. And
What makes this area so unique is that I don't have to travel far to experience these drastic changes in landscape. Within 15 minutes, I can go from the towering peaks of the San Juans to the vast openness of the desert or the reflective calm of a lake. There aren't many places in the world where that kind of variety exists in such a small area. That's what makes it so relaxing. There's always an option, always a place that matches exactly what I need at any given moment. Whether I'm in the mood for the isolation of the desert, the steadiness of the mountains, or the serenity of the water, I never have to go far. Ultimately, the Four Corners region isn't just one relaxing place, it's many, all wrapped into one unforgettable landscape. It's a place where nature still feels untamed, yet accessible. Where history is etched into every canyon wall, every mountain peak, every desert expanse. It's where I can find stillness in movement, peace in contrast, and a reminder that sometimes, the most relaxing places aren't just about where they are, but about the feeling they give you when you're there. UP out.
That is a really good choice. I've been in that region, and you are absolutely right. There is something very magical about it. I'm an East Coast boy, but the East Coast, the eastern half of the United States, doesn't have anything like that. It is so wild, and you're right. It feels untamed, and yet you can still reach it. Like it's still, it's a great place. I second that. It's great. Yes.
Look here, you deep motherfucker. I'm talking about a drunken night on the beach here. You comes in with this serenity and peace and stillness at the four corners of regions. Look here. Don't you go after me either. Done with you, Zach. Done with you. I quit.
Hands on the buzzers, everybody. Ranting.
He's got more.
Tug I live he.
You live there. Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah. I wish I could live there. Okay, who's next? Somebody speak. You're all frozen. What's going on?
Danny, do you need to go?
No, I can hold it. Oh, what are you talking about?
What is the most relaxing place you've ever been, Danny?
That would be the dollhouse in Fort Lauderdale.
Whoa! Wow!
There's nothing like watching a tall blonde.
Is it a cat house?
To the beat of really mellow music. It really is relaxing as she gently vibrates around the stage.
Vibrate.
The part where they dance on the pole is really spectacular.
I've never been with a hooker, but I've come close.
Hooker, man. You can't do no hooker.
Okay.
It's called
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. You come up.
This is chaotic tonight.
I'm sorry.
Some people call them strippers, but
Okay.
but not hookers.
I didn't know where you're going with this. Sorry.
These professionals we're talking about here, chums.
In Vegas, I actually had a hooker come up to me, and I had to. I was on a hot machine.
That's Vegas. They're everywhere.
Yeah, but it was. I had a great suite in. Well, it's not my turn. I'll save it. Sorry.
Now that Chance brings it up, the brothel might be more relaxing.
It was in the Caesar's Palace Hotel. Had a great suite. Anyway, I'm on a hot machine, Wheel of Fortune slot machine, winning a fortune, a small fortune, no pun intended. And all of a sudden, this girl comes up to me. She must have been 22, 23, 24, 25 years old. She's like, and this is a great line. She goes, "Wouldn't you like something better to do with your hands?" And I said, "You have my attention." And then she's like, "Well, let's go up to your room." And I'm like, I didn't do it. I didn't fall for it. I didn't know if it was law enforcement. I've never been with a hooker. I'm weird about diseases. I don't want to get a disease.
It's legal in Vegas.
Done that. Not in Vegas, but actually just off of the city limits. There are bunny ranches and things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't want a disease. But true story. Anyway, I thought that was a great line though. Wouldn't you like something better to do with your hands? But my friend Hunter says, I think that was, they saw you on video. You're on a hot machine. Because I was demonstrative. As I'm winning,
keep those hands to yourself, Zach.
Tug, I'm so stupid. Tug, I'm so stupid. As I'm winning on the slot, I'm going, yeah! Like my hands, I'm all demonstrative. My hands and arms are in the air.
You made yourself a target.
Like, this is like a hot machine. We got to do something. My friend Hunter, I don't know if I subscribe to his theory. He goes, I think they put this girl on you to get you off that machine. Because we did go up to my suite and I said, girls, I can't do this. I said, and oh yeah, girls. And then all of a sudden this other girl comes up and they're both walking up And I said, hey, why don't we take a bath together? And she goes, you think I'm dirty? Is that what you're saying? I'm like, no. Anyway, I said, girls, I can't do this.
Come on.
I said, look, I know. I said, girls, I've never done this. I can't do this. And
You're killing me, man.
I escorted him out. I escorted him out of my suite, and I walk him to the elevator, and then I wanted to go back to the game I was playing, right? The Wheel of Fortune slot. End of the story here. So we go down, and then they hit on some really old, I'm old too, but disgusting guy. They're like, hey, can you, and so I go back to my slot machine, and they had switched it back. It was no longer hot. Like I wasn't winning on that machine anymore. Anyway, that's all I don't know why I digressed to that. Sorry. I apologize to everyone in the family-friendly audience. But I didn't do nothing, though.
If a woman tells you what you think I'm dirty, you don't say no.
I've never been with a prostitute. Never would. Never have. I have morals. I have good health.
Caldy, we need to make a song. Take notes.
If she asked me that, I'd have said probably.
We need to take
I
some of
love
this
that
stuff
line,
happening.
Isn't that a great line? Wouldn't you like something better to do with your hands? And this girl was, I mean, she wasn't a 10. I'd
Caldy,
say
we got to
she was
do a song.
She was maybe a 7, but
blackjack table.
when you're as old as I am, in your 20s, any 7 is like a 10. Whatever. I'm sorry, guys.
No, Chance, don't apologize. You're in rare form tonight. It's a blast.
I know, it's fun. It's like crazy. Like
That was
Chance is
back
in rare
in
form.
like late November 2017, long time ago. But it was right after there was that terrible shooting. This
I
is not a
remember
funny
Las
subject.
Vegas
Yeah,
one,
with the guy. So they had all these deals. Like I got that suite for a sweet deal. Anyway, but whatever. But I did see, on a wholesome note, I saw Donnie Marie at the Flamingo across the way, and it was a great show. I'm a big fan of Donnie Marie. I know you're going to take my man card, not that I ever had one when I say this, but that Donnie Marie show, I don't think they're there anymore, but they were the number one live show in Vegas for a long time. If Corey's Comedy Channel is still out there, he could maybe attest to that, but they had billboards everywhere. And they do have the pinball on the wholesome side, pinball museum. There's a pinball museum in Las Vegas.
I've been
I
there.
recommend. You've been there?
Yeah, I have.
Was it after COVID or before COVID?
It was before COVID.
Mine was right before late November 2017. I hit all the comic book shops too. I bought all these great comic books for cheap. That pinball museum was really interesting, right? They had popcorn.
Yeah, it was fun. It was very cool.
Oh, yeah. All right, enough said. Sorry. Didn't mean to go out of turn.
I stayed at the MGM and I've stayed at the Rio. I've seen lots of shows in Vegas. I think the coolest show I ever saw actually was the Blue Man Group. They're
great.
so awesome. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Vegas. We should stay on topic.
Okay. Who's on with you tomorrow, Tug? By the way, Dan and
Dan, Chrissy,
Sarah
is making her premiere on my channel.
Oh, wonderful.
Damien, and I'm missing somebody. Who am I forgetting?
Tracy.
Tracy's going to be there. Yeah.
No, Sarah.
No, Sarah
Tracy
didn't watch
got
the
a
Hellboy
membership
movies
tonight.
Yay!
Oh, good.
Tracy got a membership when I gifted out my membership. Tracy got one of the memberships to my channel. I was like, "Yay, Tracy!"
She's
Good
a
for
sweet
her.
lady. Her
She
dad
is.
worked for
Awesome.
Playboy, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway,
My
That's a whole
dad's a
other
chef.
story.
I'll be tuning in.
Yeah.
But I got to do my taxes tomorrow. But
My
I'll
dad
be
was a
watching.
chef.
Awesome. See you there.
Cool.
My biological father.
What? What was that, Chrissy?
I said my biological father was a chef. He was a 5-star chef.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool. That's why you're such a good cook. You got it all from your dad?
I was going to talk about
Maybe.
cooking for question number 5, but yeah.
But it's food porn.
Oh, yeah. I came up with that term. No one believes me. In Twitter, like in 2010, I used the term food porn. And there was actually a show on the Food Network called Food Porn years later. Oh, I'll shut up now. Sorry. People rip me off all the time, and I'm not being delusional. It's true. I'm serious.
I have a question. The week of the 8th, should I record the area for the channel?
I think so. I would love to see it again because I haven't seen it in years.
I think so. I think that's a good idea, Zach.
Yeah, you should always make as many videos as you could for your channel. It's called content. The more people watch it, the more watch hours you get.
Yeah. We're getting there.
All right, who's next? What's next?
What's the next question?
Well, most
We're
people,
still on the question.
Oh.
Most relaxing place you've ever been.
Most really relaxing place you've ever been.
the dollhouse in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my God. Have I gone yet, Chrissy?
I'm just going to say the Ozark Mountains. That's it. That's all I'm saying. The Ozark Mountains.
Okay, Caldy's like, I got mine done.
The Ozark Mountains. That's it.
I got mine done.
Easy. Hawaii. I went to Hawaii 3 times in my life so far. And there's specific islands. The Garden Isle of Kauai, I've been there twice. I've been to Oahu 3 times. Never been to Maui because of the shark attacks, but Maui is exquisite. Oh my God. It's like you get high from the chlorophyll of just the plants. Just breathing the air. It's so pure. It's like there's such like low pollution, but the prices are high. I quit smoking cigarettes in September of 2010. One time I was there when I still smoked cigarettes, I was aghast then at the prices. It was like $10 for a pack of Marlboro Lights. Can't imagine what they are now. Got to be upwards of $20 for a pack.
Expensive to import anything into Hawaii. Yeah.
Oh, of course, because it's all on
nowhere.
ship. Right. Yeah. Groceries, milk, anything. But I love the Garden Island of Kauai. I stayed at a company condo a couple times. Excuse me. They're called the Princeville Resort, right on the golf course at Princeville, the Princeville Resort. And it was absolutely gorgeous. Just making love to a woman in Hawaii. There's nothing that can beat that.
Hey, Chance, there's a little known secret that Hawaiians don't want you to know about. You can go to Maui and actually avoid shark attacks. It's a little trick. Stay out of the water.
Well, I'm not a surfer, but yeah, that's a funny. That you're absolutely correct, sir. But I love just getting on a raft and like just on my back. Anyway, who cares? But Hawaii. So you can take me off big. That's all I got to say. Hawaii is the best in terms of relaxation in the intercontinental U.S.
It's on my list. I gotta get over that.
You'd love it, man.
You know, Hawaii is the only state in the United States I have not been to.
Really, it's very pretty.
It's the only one I hadn't made it to.
One of the things I remember about Hawaii was very distinctly because I went there in on the aircraft carrier in the Navy, and when I saw Pearl Harbor and stuff, it was very emotional to see the Arizona and stuff under the water and everything. So I loved Hawaii. It was good. The only thing I remember about Hawaii though is it rained it would sporadically rain throughout the day. It'd be like sunshiny and then
at night, especially or when the sun's about to go down, it will rain. At least
rain. It was nice though.
Hawaii.
But I'd have to say mine is Yosemite. Yosemite for me is a very surreal place. It's so beautiful. And a friend of mine, Brad, took me there and got up in the morning. We got there at night, so you couldn't see anything. Wake up in the morning and there's granite walls like just towering around you and the sun glistening off of them. And it was just absolutely gorgeous. And you'd go out and you'd go to the meadow and we sat and had breakfast and it was just breathtaking. So much beauty in the waterfalls and the nature. And we were just sitting in this meadow with lots of trees and everything, but it just had the most beautiful, clear views of like El Capitan and like Half Dome. But the Awani Hotel, we went there and we took a walk down by the river there. It was absolutely gorgeous. I think there is a very earthy feeling about Yosemite, almost like an ancient ancestry kind of feeling when you get there. I don't know how to explain that, but it was very, very beautiful. I had a hotel room that the river ran right in back of it, and you'd open the back to go out to smoke a cigarette or something, and it was just a roar, like this river just roaring by. But it was so soothing, right? Because it was like rapids. So it was just like this beautiful essence of that was probably the most beautiful place I've ever went, other than being on the ocean on an aircraft carrier. So
wow.
one time, me and my friends went out. We were in the Persian Gulf, and it was a very still night, and the water looked like glass. So we all did a Titanic thing where we all went to the nose of the aircraft carrier and put our arms out and just looked up at the stars. But it was so beautiful because the water was so calm and so flat and smooth. There was no ripples. It just mirror reflected all of the stars, and there's no light. So there's so many stars. It's breathtaking how many stars there are when there is no light out there in the middle of the darkness in the ocean. Like, it is just vast brilliance. And to sit there and see the sky mirroring onto the water just looked like you were encompassed in the stars. It was absolutely gorgeous. And it was a place that you felt like you were out in the middle of space, because everywhere you looked was stars. You could almost not tell the sky from the floor, like, like the water from. It was just so beautiful. And I would have to say that was one of the most beautiful experiences I've had in my life. That was one of the two.
Yeah, I love it when you're out on the ocean and you can see the sky without any light pollution whatsoever, and you can like see the Milky Way, and
Yeah,
so cool.
exactly. It was just absolute. The Milky Way was so brilliant. It was so brilliant. It was so vast. And it's just like, I see stars, right? But because I live where there's a lot of cities and towns and stuff, I see a lot of stars. Even when we go out to the woods, like 20-30 minutes away, you can see more stars. But I know what it was like to be out in the ocean with no light around and see.
I see stars. My ex punches me in the face, but that's another story. Hey, Corey, I agree. Chrissy is wonderful, and you're not going to get in trouble.
Why would I get in trouble?
Who's getting in
I
trouble?
hope I get in trouble for saying.
Oh, Corey.
I hope I don't get in
Okay.
trouble to say that. Thank you, Corey. I think you're wonderful too. Yeah, Tug, what
Yeah,
time
that's a
are we
nice
doing
person.
a live tomorrow?
Let's see. It's 1:00 Eastern, which is 10:00 Pacific. You're
Yeah.
on Pacific time, right? So yeah. And that's in the morning.
It must be 1
Okay.
a.m. my time.
Really?
This worked out good, Tug, because I got to do my taxes tomorrow. Finalize my taxes.
Yeah.
Taxes. You always everything. Pay taxes on
Everybody
everything.
doing their taxes.
Taxes.
And then next week we're going to be talking about anthology movies. That was Thrash's suggestion. So if you want to be on that one, you can be on that one.
Cool. I like that topic. That's a good topic.
Yeah.
Anybody
anthology.
else have any the most relaxing place they've ever been?
Hawaii. That's all I got to say.
I mean, the Florida Keys just in general are great.
I've been to Orlando.
There are
But that's
some. I've been to a truck stop or two. I don't know if this counts, but it is kind of.
Go ahead, Buff.
There are some truck stops to go to. They're like, and like the toilet stalls. They're like individual little rooms. This is not funny. I mean, this is laugh of course if you want to, but like
I was
there are
laughing
some
at
truck
Chance,
stops
not
that
you.
are actually like they. It's a full door, and no, my son fell. But a full door and full walls, ceiling to floor, and it's like your own private little poop chamber, and it's just like, oh yeah, man. You go to some truck stops and you're just, the open basic stalls, and some guy runs in there next to you, and all that, and it's just like. Some truck stops I've been to, it's just like it's like a closet with a toilet in it. And it's just like, oh, this is cool, man. It's like, you can sit there and actually relax, and the muffled sounds coming from whatever next stall over and stuff is just like, that make me get up and wipe and leave. And I don't want to hear this.
Oh wow, Moose Man.
Okay, well this show's gone in the toilet.
Look what Moose Man said. Somebody keyed the passenger side of his truck today. I guess they don't know a Ram from a Tesla.
You got enemies.
He's a nice guy. Moose Man's amazing.
For a while, there was a porta potty off of Times Square, like right in the middle of like the sidewalk, that had one-way glass. So when you go inside, you don't. It looks like you're still in the middle of the street. But yeah, I think it got broken at some point, vandalized or something. I always wanted to just to experience pooping out in the open in the middle of New York.
I'm so stupid. When I was in Vegas, I ate at the White Castle hamburger joint.
Why would you? What?
I mean,
is
that was
wrong
one
with
of the.
you?
I
You're
had
in
one guy
Vegas and you
amongst
went to
that.
White Castle.
I love White Castle.
You freaking moron! You're in
I
Vegas.
am from St. Louis, where you're from, Tug, my friend. No, I mean, I'm from Atlanta, but my grandparents on my mother and dad's side lived in St. Louis, so White Castle was there. That we've never had one in Atlanta, Georgia area. We have Crystal, which aren't as good as White Castle, and the ones in your grocer's freezer.
Agreed.
Those burgers suck. The White Castle
Agreed.
burger.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, in Vegas, you have some of the best food in the entire world.
And I
at your
did. I went to Hell's Kitchen guy. What's his name? Ramsey.
Ramsey's,
I went to his place. That
Gordon
was
Ramsay.
good. Really good. Gordon Ramsay. I love
the World Buffet. I think it's at the Rio. Is probably the best place I've ever eaten in my entire life. So
I think the best place I've
Boy.
eaten in Vegas was the Prime in the Bellagio, the steakhouse there.
Oh, yes, I had that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
So amazing.
I'm not a buffet guy, but in Vegas, I may do the buffet even after seeing Vegas Vacation. National Lampoon's Vegas Vacation.
You got to be careful though. Like, there's a lot of places on the strip where you can get a buffet, and yeah, it's not going to be a good experience. You gotta
Right.
go off strip. Go to the Rio. It's off strip. It's really good.
What did the hamburger name his daughter? Patty. That's funny, Corey.
That's a Corey
funny,
joke.
Corey.
Okay, Zach has been trying to say something for a while now.
But a hot dog makes her lose control, Corey. Patty,
Oh, gosh.
Patty Duke. Sorry. That's weird.
Chrissy, do you want to design tomorrow after Tug's live?
Yeah, sure. If you want me to help you to do some designs, yeah, we'll calibrate together. We'll get together after Tug's Live.
And at
I've
some
been-
point, Zach, I got to get you on my channel too.
I've been trying
Right
to
on.
do
We
homework.
talk about
but
survival movies or something.
Absolutely.
I was trying to do my homework this week, Tug. And so I was trying to get all the Hellboy movies so I could binge watch them all, so I could refresh my mind. So I was ready to go. For some reason, they're very hard to find right now on all of the channels unless you have clips.
Right? Yeah.
And I was like, why Netflix, Hulu, Apple Music or Apple TV? Like, I was like, where's all these Hellboy movies?
Well, the two most recent ones I found on Hulu. The other ones I have on DVD. So
Yeah. So I don't. And if I do, they're in storage.
right.
My
Not very
stuff-
helpful there.
Yeah. And so I was just like, oh man, I really wanted to do a refresh on my brain, to like get up to par for tomorrow. But I'll
Even
do
if you haven't
fine.
watched them, we can still talk. It's fine.
I'll be fine. I'll
Yeah.
be fine. I'll be in good company. All right, guys, I'd like to start wrapping up. Chance, you just look adorable. What are you doing? You're just sitting there smiling, just all content.
I'm just listening. What's so funny about that? I'm listening for a change, right? I'm always talking so damn much.
Like
He's got those
sun,
red cheeks.
Well, yeah, I got sunburn.
Mm.
Sunburn cheeks. I'm gonna be. By the way, let me plug something. And I'll shut up for the rest of the show. Last thing I'll say. Stellar. Go to. I can't remember the website. StellarCon.org. If you want to, if you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, there's going to be a lot of really cool actors and science fiction writers and authors, and I'm going to be interviewing some of the celebrities that are going to be there. It's April 4th through the 6th. That's a Friday through the Sunday at Stellar. God dang it. Hang on. Stellar. I know it's .org, but that doesn't help. Big deal,
Oh.
right?
Okay. This is funny.
StellarFest.org for more information. You'll see the guests there. You'll like this, Tug, because one of the actors was in Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock. You've had a lot of luck with movies that were third sequels or whatever, like Superman 3, you might want to do one on Star Trek 3. And it's the
I
guy
have
who
done a
played
video on
Spock.
Star Trek 3.
You have?
Yeah.
Well, the guy who played Spock going through Pon Far is
Right.
going to be there. And I've never met this guy, the actor, who knocked up Saavik, basically, because she's
It's
pregnant.
in
if you read
canon
the
now.
book.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. But stellarfest.org, if you're interested, you see all the guests right there. And it's very inexpensive if you want to buy a weekend pass.
Serena says,
He passed.
what did the mushroom say when they were turned down for a date? Why don't you want to go out with me? I'm a fun guy.
Fungus.
Speaking of Star Trek, I found
Yeah.
some Star Trek public access.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, and the girls Tug
It's
and the
terrible.
and the guys and the girl in the outfit for the man trap, like salt vampire outfit is going to be there as well.
Nice.
And she was a
Yeah.
theologian. She wore one of the in the cage and in the menagerie.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't mean
I'll
to
be right
overtalk.
back. I have to go help my mom get to bed, and I'll be right back. So why don't we
You
start
know
wrapping up? Start wrapping up. Everybody could start telling when
Okay,
they're going to be
I'm
live.
done.
their
I won't say
channels.
another word.
Okay.
You know
So
that
yeah.
Galaxy Quest was voted as the 7th best Star Trek movie at a Star
Seventh?
Trek convention.
It's not even a Star Trek movie,
But it
That's
is a-
funny.
Exactly.
Right?
It's a better Star Trek movie than some of the Star Trek movies. Come on.
But Sigourney Weaver looked hot in that wig, did she not? In that blonde wig,
Yeah.
and she was up there. Look, I'm
She's
not an
great in
ageist.
that.
I'm not
She's-
an ageist. Okay,
She's
But
wearing
she
that
looked-
shirt and not
She
leaving
looked
much
better
to the
than she ever
imagination,
did.
man.
And that, guys, and that think about. I think it was like already 25 years ago. Isn't that insane?
Shut
When
up.
But Galaxy Quest was good, and the guy who died unfortunately played the Spot character from
Right, yeah.
Alan Rickman.
Rickman.
Say his name.
Sorry,
The greatest villain
did.
of all times. And
Alan Rickman, yeah.
Alan
Robin
Rickman's done a lot of great
Hood,
things, man. Yeah.
absolutely.
Down
I just had a
Under.
brain too. But
He was a great Marvin, the paranoid android, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh,
Galaxy.
yeah.
But I've never met anyone in my life that was hot that was named Sigourney.
I've never met anyone in my entire life whose name was Sigourney.
Her real name is
Same.
Susan. Her real name is Susan, by the
Susan,
way.
yeah, I knew that. Yeah. I think you told me that. That's probably why
Yeah,
I
she
know.
did a Pepsi commercial right before Alien. Anyway,
Huh.
Oh.
And she
I love
chose
the way
the
Bruce
stage
Willis-
name of Sigourney.
I like the way Bruce Willis always.
know,
calls
right,
it
Shane?
Sigourney.
Susan's much better than Sigourney. But hey, it worked for her. Look at working girl
Yeah.
and everything else. Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
hit the button, buddy.
I'll be on probably Monday and then I'm going on Wednesday at 6:30 Eastern for a fundraiser.
Cool.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'm doing a stream tomorrow, like we said, and Baby B's going to be there. And after that, I've got a video dropping on The Illustrated Man, which is a Rod Steiger anthology movie from, I think, the 60s. Yeah, I should know that. I did a whole video on it.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
correct.
That's
You'd
all I
love
got.
this convention. I wish you lived here, Tug.
Yeah,
You'd love Stellar. It's going to be great.
it sounds fun. But yeah, too far.
Stellar Fest. Yep.
The only place I can get to that usually has conventions like that would have to be all the way up to Chicago. That's like a 2-3 hour drive for me. Well, actually, it's more like a 5-hour drive now that I think about it. But yeah,
5 hour. Well, that's
it's a
big
bit of a hike. Yeah,
Wow.
but I've gone there a couple times. I went to the Star Wars Celebration, like, I don't know, what was that, 4 or 5 years? It was right before COVID, so it was probably 6 years ago. Jeez, time. The
Sneaks
hell?
up on you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like everybody's just saying, like, what?
Just like,
What
man,
are
who
we
you-
talking about now? What you want to talk about?
well, what do you want to talk about, Danny?
Okay, well, here's the question. Zach, what is your fundraiser for? Yeah, somebody asked you a question.
But it's going to take him a second to type it up.
I know
Give him a
that.
minute. I
Can
know.
of worms there.
He's cussing me out too.
With his eyes. Don't look at us like that.
Don't look at me in that
Put
tone
the
of voice.
knife down.
Don't make me come to
That's
this
the last
meeting.
thing you're ever going to see.
He's raising money for a blow-up Betty doll. He wants to get the life-size, fully functional model.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm lucky I didn't get the other finger.
So the next movie I'm working on is actually one that has been highly requested for a long time. It's the Quatermass Experiment, the movie that launched Hammer Horror. Really excited about that one.
Quartermaster. I remember them movies, them old English movies.
Yeah, they're old British movies.
One
Yeah.
of them's the one where Quartermass finds this spaceship full of giant grasshoppers or some stuff.
That is one of them. It's not the first one, but that is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very weird, silly movies,
Probably
but
the
like,
best one.
they're great.
Was it 20 million miles to Earth or something?
That's a Harryhausen movie.
What's
Yeah,
the name
yeah.
of that movie with the grasshoppers and the spaceship?
I don't know. I have to look it up.
I can't remember.
I know I've seen it. I couldn't tell you. But I will Google while Zach types.
How long does it take raising money for a rubber doll?
It's actually it takes a long time. He's got a lot of containers, put a lot of dolls in.
Oh, you're right. It's 5 million.
I saw where somebody sent him like 47 plastic containers. I guess that was to put all these little prep items in.
But yeah, it's a 5 million years to Earth is the movie you're looking for, Danny. Yeah, it's
I knew
another
it was
Hammer. Yeah.
5 million years to Earth.
50 million miles to Earth is a Ray Harryhausen movie. That's completely different.
I thought it was 20 million.
Or is it 20? Yeah, you're right. It is 20 million.
Well, at least the titles were similar.
Yeah. At some point, I do plan on covering all of Ray Harryhausen. I think I've gotten about halfway through already.
Clash of the Titans is my favorite. His
That's
last.
the last one I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's my favorite too.
Oh my God, you can't go wrong with that movie. And I saw it with these old coots that are boomers. I love them, but they
Yeah.
were like, I didn't like that movie. I'm like, what?
What's wrong
I
with you?
mean, exactly. Well, I could say about something about one of the guys, but I won't because they're my friends. So anyway, but I know it's like, what's wrong with you? That's a great movie. The romance, the
Yeah, it's one of the
humor.
greatest movies ever, man.
I love it.
You can't go wrong with no movie that's got a snake-headed woman.
Oh man, that was so cool too. Pre-CGI. I love stop motion animation effects.
Me too. I miss
Hey
it.
man, what's up?
Push the button. Push the button.
Push the button.
Serena, I'm going to do a fundraiser Wednesday on unique prepping. I'm raising money for a new search and rescue team to get equipment and supplies.
Wow.
Awesome,
Nice.
man. Good luck.
So you'll have a whole team to come rescue you when you screw up.
Is that Mayhem's?
Cool.
Well, at least when he falls down the mountain trying to videotape a video for YouTube, he'll have a team to come get him. It's always good to have backup, right, Zach?
All right, all right.
Hey,
So,
Oh.
she's back.
I had to get my mom to bed. Help my dad. We have to hoist her to get her in bed.
Oh,
Just in time to say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Chrissy, do you have like a chair elevation thing for them to
A
go
lift, yeah.
upstairs? Yeah, I
No,
do.
we don't have an upstairs. When we have to take her upstairs, we put her in the wheelchair and we tilt her way back and we just go kaboom, kaboom down the 2 stairs to get out the front door.
Yeah. I don't have here, but when I visit my parents 5 miles away, they built one. Yeah, or they hired a company to but the track,
I mean,
yeah.
It's only 2 stairs, so I mean,
That's cool.
We could probably put a ramp right there if we needed to for her, but she's okay. She doesn't really leave the house much.
Chrissy, I'm not trying to suck up to you. I just want to thank you for all of that you do for all of us on the behalf of everyone on the panel. I mean that sincerely. You have a good heart. You're a good person. I don't care what anybody says because they're full of shit if they say you're a bad person. Excuse my language.
We almost made it through the whole show.
We almost did.
I'm sorry. They're full of Felger carp. I'm sorry.
Nobody listens.
I know there were other swear words, but yeah, whatever. But I'm serious. You're awesome, and I don't got to say about that. So thank you.
Thank you. Like I said earlier, I'm 838 hours away from watch time. Zach is 500 and something. So Zach and I really need the watch hours.
So everybody watch them.
Would you explain what the watch hours thing is to the layman?
You have to watch the live streams. You have to watch the videos. You have to basically what I was told is you have to watch something you haven't watched before and watch it and then the watch hours are something that's calculated. I'm not sure if you get credit.
It's basically the amount of time that people have watched your streams or your content over the last certain amount of time.
But shorts are different.
Usually a year is what it looks like to me over the last year.
Shorts are different. Shorts are
right. It doesn't count shorts. Yeah.
So shorts' watch time is I have right now between 6.8 and 7.1 million watch time on my shorts every 90 days, but I never can hit the 10 million mark. So it's like, But yeah, I always have between 6.8 and 7.1 million, and you need 10 million public watch views for shorts in 90 days. So we'll get
the
there.
watch hours, like she said, it is also like unique watching. Like you can't watch the same thing twice. And you'll still only get the credit.
Makes sense for the advertisers. But actually it doesn't make sense because you're still going to see ads if you're watching the video and there's ads placed in, whatever. But unless it's the same ads.
It's YouTube, whatever.
Chrissy, you are a doll. So thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Chance.
Watch for mirrors.
Yeah, I'll be watching for Chance's little mirrors around the corners.
Mirrors.
Chance is going to be having mirrors peeking on me.
Yeah,
Porky's proof your house.
Oh, of course. What I talked about earlier, right? I'm a little slow. Yeah.
He's just trying to count your freckles.
That's when I was just,
You want to count my freckles? You can count my freckles.
I wouldn't do that anymore. But you could. You'd put a little mirror under the door, and you could see women changing their clothes, and that's creepy as F. But I was like 13 or 14.
That's illegal.
I know, but it was the 80s.
What they do to a kid now for doing that?
Well, now teachers are screwing their students. Not overwhelmingly more the majority. I mean, it's a minority, of course.
Trust me, I know.
Hey, listen, I'm your family show. I actually, when I was a senior in high school, I had sex with one of my teachers who came on to me, my English. Whoa, boy!
Oh boy!
Wait, Jack's got something to say.
Hey, Chance, I banged my teacher in the 10th grade.
I did. All right, Zach's got something to say.
For teacher.
I'm 483 hours away.
483. Okay, good job, Zach.
Well, Zach, it's going down right now because people's watching your stream.
Yeah. Mine's going to be going down too, I hope.
I'm going to show you a picture of the teacher I nailed. Hang on, guys, before we sign off.
Oh, my gosh. Oh! Chance. Stop digging this grave.
How about we let him show us backstage?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay, I'm in the stream.
It's probably a nude picture anyway.
End it now. Quick,